Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Myguyknowsaguy. I'm back here on my sports betting predictions channel. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the week with your family. It's time to get things rolling here for another weekend. Big time NBA Cup slate for us to bet on tonight. I can't wait for these games. Fortunately for me, being tardy, these games don't start for another 30 to 40 minutes. So you guys can see my pre-game picks and player props predictions for tonight's NBA Cup group stage slate below. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. I truly appreciate you guys for being here. The real ones in the chat, the people who are lurking behind the scenes. I appreciate everyone. I'm excited for tonight. Things didn't really go as planned for me in the NFL yesterday, but after a disastrous start, I was able to salvage things in the night slate. Shout out to everyone who did watch my Thanksgiving NFL video. Unfortunately, I finished 4-5 with my NFL picks, but the people who are here in the stream on Wednesday for my NBA live stream betting session, we crushed it that night together here. The people in the chat, the picks that I shared over the course of that stream went 9-4 that night. It was really, really fun to bet the slate. Hopefully we can get some similar results today. I'm really anticipating these games. I'll go through a few of these games. It's a bit strange with the way they've scheduled these games, but I understand it because of the clinching scenarios in the NBA. There are many teams that still have life mathematically to reach the next round. So that's why you're seeing so many games grouped up together by time at 7:30, and then another wave at about 10 o'clock. It's for the excitement. We see this a lot in soccer we see this a lot in soccer in group stages where many teams play at the same time because they all have a chance to make it to the next round. So they want us to be excited watching these games, because if there's one team that plays an hour before another team in the same conference and they have a chance to make it to the next round, and they do, and that eliminates another team from contention, then we might not see that team have the same intensity because they're looking at the scoreboard. They already know the result of the other games. So it's to keep everyone on their toes. You guys, go ahead and smash that like button for me. It really does help the stream. I'm going to share live betting picks here on the stream. My live in-game picks went 3-1 in the last stream, so make sure you guys stick around when the games actually do come on, because I'll be on stream for a few hours with more picks, predictions, halftime plays, second half plays, all of that. I'm about to get to the chat now. Everyone's been patiently waiting. Drop your plays in the chat, guys. Let me know how have your holidays been so far. You guys know I'm in Canada, but shout out to all of my friends in the States who were celebrating Thanksgiving yesterday. It was a really fun day of NFL football as well. So let me know how was your Thanksgiving if you're in the States. If you're not, even if you don't celebrate, just thanks for being here. We're going to get right to it, guys. I might add a few more plays as well. So if you guys can, take a second to smash the like button. Help this stream get to at least, 30, 35 likes while you're here. It takes 1 second. It really does help. I'm going to go through a few of my notes. As you can see, we have 11 games tonight. We are stacked. I'm rolling with LaMelo Ball. I'm running it back. LaMelo Ball over 7.5 assists to win 1 unit. Then I have another smaller bet on LaMelo Ball at over 28.5 points and assists combined. I can just run through a bit of my rationale with that one. I'm expecting a high-scoring game between the Hornets and the Bulls tonight. The Bulls rank 26th in defensive efficiency in the league over their last 5 games. And LaMelo Ball has missed this mark with 7.5 assists in his last 2 games. He's failed to clear that line. But his teammates weren't really hitting shots. As we know, the assist lines, I've had a lot of success with assist lines this season. Assist lines are largely determined by whether or not your teammates can hit their shots, but LaMelo Ball, even though he hasn't gone over 7.5 assists over his last 2 games, he has totaled 38 potential assists over his last 3 games. So he's averaging 12.6 potential assists per game this season. I do think in a game where I'm expecting an above average amount of possessions, I'm expecting points here that should benefit LaMelo. In my opinion, the Chicago Bulls also lead the NBA in pace, or also known as tempo, over the last 5 games. That should lead to more possessions for both of these teams. I'll run through a few of my plays and give you the rationale as well. I'm going to look at the injuries as well, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day, man. Black Friday. I know a lot of people are spending quite a bit of money, going out and about. Personally, I'm a Cyber Monday guy. I won't be tricked by Black Friday anymore. Cyber Monday is where the deals are on Mondays. On Monday, if you guys know where to look, I do like to buy certain tech gadgets and stuff like that on Cyber Monday. So yeah, we're gonna go through. Yeah, this isn't right though. Hold on. Yeah, we can at least get some of the injury news here for you guys over the last 30 minutes or so. I'm sure you guys are well aware of what's going on. Big shout outs in the chat, everyone. Big shout outs in the chat right now. Shout out to my bro Katak Fitness, Trevor, Tattoo Spam, Daddy Rel, Julian, Tasha, Tactical Hoops, Charlovani, Juan Juarez, Robert McCormick, DJ. Hope you guys are having a great day, guys. Yes, it's true, Katak Fitness. Black Friday has become an economic scam, unfortunately. That's an entirely different conversation. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Tasha said she can't shop in large crowds. Yeah. Makes me uncomfortable too, Tasha. Makes me uncomfortable too. The Cuban Oracle, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, you guys keep the chat rolling. I'm expecting a big night in the NBA tonight. Obviously, I let loose once again, but that's what we're gonna do on these big slates. We've been having success in the NBA. I'm gonna try to get things back on track. I didn't get wiped yesterday, 4-5, and it's still been a positive season overall. But I'm gonna try to get things back on track with the NFL on Sunday. But the NBA's been rolling. If you guys have been here in the chats or on the live stream since I started doing this, 3 weeks ago now. We've been rolling. We didn't win every day, but we have been rolling, guys. We've been rolling, and we're gonna try to keep it together to keep it going today. I want to give you guys a bit of advice. I always say this every single stream. It's something I live by. Don't ever bet more than you can afford to lose. Make sure you guys stay responsible with your betting and your unit sizing. It'll definitely take you far, whether you're betting for entertainment purposes or whether you take a professional approach with your betting. Don't bet more than you can afford to lose, guys. No matter how much of a lock someone markets a pick as people, you won't hear me use that phrase with my picks, but or how confident you are. Sometimes you're just confident. No one has to give you any picks. Sometimes you're confident in a play. You want to smack the whole bankroll on one play. Don't do it. Allow your bankroll to live to see another day. Also, let me know, what game are you most anticipating tonight? I'll pull up the clinching scenarios for which teams have added incentive, whether it's to get outright wins, whether they're relying on other teams to lose, or point differential standings as well. I'll pull that up before the games start. But yeah, like Woe Finance said, I agree with what you said. That players aren't hitting these assists, because of their teammates, right? I never thought about it until now. It takes two individuals for you to gain a point from an assist. It does. That's why we track potential assists. That's why we track points generated by assists. There are different ways. You can look at the quality of shots that are generated, the quality of shots that the assisting player generates for his teammates. There are different ways to look at it. Obviously, sports betting is primarily a guessing game, right? But at the same time, you can put yourself in a position to succeed if you do look at some of the advanced metrics. Not everyone has the time to do so. But I do think LaMelo Ball is going to get it done tonight. I think Cade Cunningham is going to get it done tonight as well. I have Cade projected for 10 assists in this game. I played over 8.5 assists. I was surprised to see it at plus 100. I know that it dipped a bit over his last couple of games, but if you guys watched the Pistons game against the Celtics, shout out to Tasha in the chat as well. She was on the Celtics in the chat. I do remember that. I did say the spread was a bit suspicious in that game. I said that Cade was probably going to have a monster scoring performance in that game, and he did. He scored 42 points. But if you looked at his style of play in that game, he at the end of the day, Cade is a superstar now, but he reverted back to a young player's mentality of trying to do it all himself for the most part, early in this season, he's looked like a vet, man, but he's still only 23 years old. He was trying to do it all himself in that game. He wasn't really getting his teammates rolling against the Boston Celtics defense that has regressed a bit just this season. They've lost some talent. Today, I'm expecting Cade Cunningham to get his teammates rolling, to get them involved early in this game. You're going to need it against a stiff Orlando Magic defense that's really firing on all cylinders right now. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at Cade here. They're going to try to get the ball out of his hands, similar to the approach that I took when we cashed with Anthony Edwards the other night for him to go over his assist line against the OKC Thunder. I'm expecting that sort of. They don't have the exact same personnel, but the Magic have been playing excellent defense in terms of the efficiency of their defense. So I think that Cade is on double-double watch tonight. That's my opinion. I went with his assists to go over 8.5 at plus 100. That's I'm pretty confident there, but I'm pretty confident in all of these plays. Anything can happen, of course. I'll be watching it very, very closely. When you look at the quality of opportunities that Cade Cunningham is generating for his teammates this season, when you look at his shot quality metrics, he is a top 5 player in the NBA when it comes to getting his teammates involved. The value that Cade Cunningham adds to teammates that are marginal or average offensive players, he's making them above average offensive players with his IQ, with his decision making, and he's going to regret the approach that he took against the Celtics the other day in the NBA Cup. I do think that he's going to make a concerted effort to get his teammates involved. He's also averaging 17.2 potential assists this season, so there is that. Yeah. So moving on here, what's next on my board? We are rolling with that should say points. That should say points. Well, let me correct that. 1 second. Tristan da Silva over 11.5 points, guys. Sorry, I'm typing with one hand. Yeah, Tristan da Silva, Orlando Magic. We've had success with him here on the live stream. He's an improved three-point shooter this year. His role has been dramatically scaled by the Orlando Magic. He's shooting 41% from three. He's a sniper. As a rookie last year, he was shooting 33% from three. In Paolo Banchero's absence, he's been heavily featured in their offensive scheme. He's been scoring a bunch in transition as well. Not dramatically improved. He's still at about the same rate of scoring overall without Paolo Banchero. But I do think that he's often overlooked. And there was one point today where his points line was 10.5. I probably should have jumped on that earlier in the day, but it's back up to 11.5. I still like it. And keep in mind that, the last couple of games for the Magic were the big double-digit wins. One was a loss against the Celtics, but all 3 games were decided by, I believe, 17 points or more. 2 of them were wins. That led to a fewer minutes for Tristan da Silva. But tonight in the Magic Pistons game, I'm expecting a much more competitive outing here. I do think he's going to clear this line. Hopefully we don't have to sweat too much, but the Pistons have the defensive personnel to try to neutralize Desmond Bane and Franz Wagner. So I think that Tristan da Silva could be the oft overlooked player once again here. So yeah, 1 unit on Tristan da Silva over 11.5 points to win 1 unit. You guys drop your questions in the chat. Hey guys, go take a second to smash that like button for me. You guys don't know, it truly does help. It does help me to, be even more motivated. I want to help us win. Nothing is guaranteed. No one is guaranteed with their plays, but smash that like button for me while you are here. Help this stream get as many likes as possible. It takes 1 second. Go ahead and do that now for me. I appreciate you. Moving on to the next play, we have Jalen Brunson, the New York Knicks star point guard, to go over 6.5 assists at plus 102 odds. I grabbed that line on FanDuel. This is a smaller bet, okay? I'm risking a half unit there. This is a smaller bet, but when you look at his shot creation metrics for his teammates for the season, it does dip a bit without OG Anunoby because he's injured. That's actually why I bet less on this play. But Jalen Brunson is in the 98th percentile in the NBA in terms of the quality of shots that he's generating for his teammates. We don't really associate him with lighting up the scoreboards in terms of his assists, but I do think he has an edge tonight against the Bucks. The last two games for the Knicks were anomalies in my opinion. He was making a concerted effort to score, and also the Knicks beat the Nets and the Hornets by an average of 20 points a game in both of those games. My only concern here is the absence of OG Anunoby. Like I said, OG Anunoby is going to miss another game for the Knicks, obviously. And when you look at the assists patterns for Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby is one of his favorite targets. Okay, he's a second favorite target. So that is why I scaled my bet sizing down a bit here for Jalen Brunson. But I'm still confident in the bet. It is a plus money bet. It was plus 110 earlier in the day, just so you know. But yeah. So moving on to the next play on the board, Chet Holmgren. We're rolling with Chet Holmgren over 17.5 points against the Phoenix Suns here. So you guys all know Jalen Williams is returning today for OKC. He's making his season debut after off-season wrist surgery. He was an all-star last year. But Jalen Williams has a more positive impact on Chet Holmgren's offensive game than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is obviously a world-class superstar. He has great synergy with Chet. I'm not saying he's a net negative in that pairing, but last year, en route to winning the title overall in the season, Chet Holmgren averaged 20 points a game during the minutes in which he shared with Jalen Williams per 75 possessions. Okay, that's a 3-point increase compared to the points that he scored on average without Jalen Williams. So that is a substantial enough increase for me to buy in here on Chet Holmgren. And then also you combine that with the fact that the Phoenix Suns, who have been an impressive team this season, they've been a somewhat surprising team. A lot of people expected them to take a step back this year, a first-year head coach. Not a lot of name brand talent beyond Devin Booker, maybe Dylan Brooks, who's really not the most efficient scorer, although he is improved in a Suns uniform. But when you look at the front court, when you look at the bigs of the Phoenix Suns, they have a set of flat-footed defenders who are not really effective at defending the perimeter, like Mark Williams, like their backup, Oso Ighodaro. These guys aren't going to be able to hang with Chet when he stretches the floor tonight. I think Chet's going for 20 points in this game. I played the safer bet on his traditional line over 17.5 points. I think Chet gets it done. I think Chet surprises a lot of people in this game tonight. Next up, we have a few more plays that I'll speed up these notes, and then I'll get to the questions in the chat. Drop those questions in the chat. And also subscribe to my channel. Follow the channel if you're here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe for more live in-game sports betting content. I'll be here for a few more hours to provide insights during the games and picks, halftime bets and picks during the games, guys. So you guys stick around. We are getting a bit closer to 35 likes. You know, we're halfway there. So take a second to smash that like button right now, guys. Come join the chat. So next we have Isaiah Collier against the Sacramento Kings tonight. The Utah Jazz guard, we all know, Bronny's teammate in college, USC. This guy, he stuffs the stat sheet, man. Isaiah Collier is a machine. He's a machine when it comes to surface level stats. He has a long way to go defensively, but the production that he delivers in a limited role, he gives me Jamal Shed vibes. Okay, this stream is the Jamal Shed fan club, and Isaiah Collier has a similar profile as Jamal Shed, although he's much bigger in stature than Jamal Shed. Okay, I think that he's going to clear this line. I think he's going to do it in probably only 20 minutes tonight against a terrible Sacramento Kings defense, a horrid Sacramento Kings defense. And then also, I'm rolling with Jake LaRavia tonight, guys. I'm rolling with Jake LaRavia. I do think this is a decent spot to buy in on Jake LaRavia because of largely due to the over adjustment in the line here. He has shown that he has won the trust of head coach JJ Redick. I think the sports books they've made a mistake here. I think they made a mistake here with the 5.5 line. They've over adjusted. I know that the Lakers are healthy, but There's an added edge here as well. Marcus Smart has been downgraded to doubtful. That's more minutes off the table. I do think that Jake LaRavia could even clear this line in the first half. He's going to come off the bench. Let's wait and see what the starting lineup is here. Let's wait to see what the starting lineup is. But I think that I think the books made a mistake here. We're pouncing on this. And win or lose, I'm betting Jake LaRavia at 5.5. We've seen his lines as high as 11.5 this season. Obviously, that was when LeBron went out of the lineup. But per 75 possessions since LeBron returned, Jake LaRavia is actually averaging more points a game per 75 possessions since LeBron returned to the lineup, okay? And then next we have Kawhi Leonard. My only regret with Kawhi Leonard is that this line opened up at 20.5 points. I think he's going for 25 tonight against the Grizzlies. That's my solid opinion here. I think we're going to see angry Kawhi tonight. Don't be surprised if he catches this in the third quarter. He has a distinct matchup edge against relatively younger, inexperienced defenders, although they do have a bright future. Cedric Howard, Jalen Wells, they're going to have to take an approach by committee to try to slow Kawhi down. I do think he's been passive over the last couple of games, but if you heard his comments at the end of their last game against the Lakers, man, this guy hates losing against LeBron, man. This guy was a bit passive in that game. He didn't attempt many shots. We're going to get selfish Kawhi tonight. Selfish Kawhi. James Harden, sorry, you're going to have to take a back seat tonight against the Grizzlies. Feed Kawhi. Kawhi is going to open up some eyes tonight. Okay, so we're rolling with Kawhi at 21.5. I was going to play it at a half unit because of the line change from 20 to 21.5. But when I ran through my numbers again, I actually have him for 23 points tonight. So we're going to see how that goes. Unfortunately, that game is not until later on. But should be a fun night of basketball. I was just talking 1,000 words a minute, so I'm gonna take a sip of water while you guys hit the like button. Smash that like button for me. I'm gonna get to the chat right now. How's it going, Trick? Like Woe Finance, Mr. Nice Guy, welcome back. Welcome back, Julian. Everyone in the chat. Charlavani. Let's go. Let's go. Positive vibes, positive energy. Should be a great night of NBA basketball. So, I will get through the chat right now. Bobcats, welcome back, brother. Shout out to you. And we are going to see, Tatu Spam said, any team that trades for Zach LaVine will be the biggest loser. He's going to get waived this offseason. Zach LaVine, who is probably going to pop off tonight, just to be honest. What I'm about to say is irrespective of how he performs tonight. I think Zach LaVine might have a decent night tonight. But against the Jazz. The Jazz have the worst defense in the NBA if you track it since the moment Walker Kessler was ruled out for the season, their center. The Jazz have the worst defense in the NBA since that moment, guys. They can still outscore the Kings, though. I think that's a 50-50 game. But Zach LaVine is one of the worst stars in the NBA when it comes to efficiency. He doesn't make anyone better. What's crazy, what I saw, is that the Kings want Kyle Kuzma, possibly. Like, that would be the most Sacramento Kings thing we've ever seen. If they trade big assets for Kyle Kuzma. You know, they have been suffering, those Kings fans have been suffering in forever. So, Daddy Rel said the Lions lost. I cried. I had the Lions, man. I had the Lions. Shout out to Lamar Jackson, though, for going over his props and Isaiah Likely last night, rushing, passing, all that to save my NFL picks from being disgraceful to passable, you know? Tough look right there, Daddy Rel. What are your plays today? Drop them. Tasha said she's going for the Hawks team total in the first half over 55.5. I think the Hawks are going to compete tonight, Tasha. But I have them listed as a potential live betting candidate. We are going to watch that one very closely because I just want to see, maybe we can get a better number. You know, Kristaps was questionable, but I do think the Hawks might compete tonight. Best of luck to you and all of your bets. Thanks for sharing. Tatu Spam said he's on the Knicks tonight, -8.5. Best of luck, Tatu Spam. Julian Crone said, I'll have boots on the ground at the Hawks-Cavs game. You're going to be there in person? Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'll run through my notes. in that game. I think Jalen Johnson might have a decent game scoring-wise. Evan Mobley as well. I did have them in my notes. Have fun at the Hawks game tonight, Julian. Trevor said, let's get it, Brody. The games are starting in about 15 minutes, guys. I know, DJ. If you're passing on it, I definitely understand. But I'm running it back. But I promise you, if LaMelo Ball doesn't cash my bets tonight, he's going on the shelf for the rest of the season. I do think tonight's the night. I'm trying to anticipate what's going to happen instead of being very reactive. But I do understand your sentiment because it's very difficult to not be in a reactionary state with LaMelo Ball because he's been stinking it up. Let's call it what it is. You said he wants to be traded. I definitely understand that. So even if you don't, if you tail the rest of the bets and you don't tail LaMelo, I understand it. I understand. But let me know what you're on tonight, DJ. Scott Archer said, "Let's go." Welcome back, Scott. Cuban Oracle said you like 16. I don't understand the question. Ask the question again. Let me know. 16 for Chet. You're talking about Chet Holmgren? If it's 16 and a half, I like it. Definitely. I like 17. I think he's scoring 20 tonight. Tasha said, what do I think about the Pistons team total over 116 or 117? The Magic have been playing decent defense in terms of efficiency. I'm not sure exactly about that one, Tasha. I'm not sure, to be honest. I do think the Pistons are going to win the game. That's my opinion. The Magic, they're a very difficult team to fade. It's not an official bet, but I do have the Pistons listed as a team that we might be jumping on live in these games, guys. So just stick around. Maybe we'll get a better line in game. That's what I'm hoping for. That they are, 3.5 point favorites against the Magic. Let's see how it goes there. If Cade gets his teammates involved, get them some better looks, then they should go over their team. That's a high team total. The Magic have been playing decent defense. Maybe the books, maybe they're onto something with this one. But I do like your Hawks team total pick. Julian Crone said Hawks team total over. He likes Tyson. Tyson points? What's up? Do I have any Hawks game leans? Mr. Nice Guy said he thinks the Hornets are going to win tonight. Okay. It's all in LaMelo's hands, man. It's all in LaMelo's hands. So let's just see what's happened here. So Nikola Vucevic is starting tonight. He was questionable, everyone, for the Chicago Bulls. I had him listed as a potential assist candidate, but the injury report was a bit blurry for the Bulls. So let's see what Vooch does in game here. I think it's 3.5 assists. Any other big news that I missed over the last hour or so? Paul George is going to start for the Sixers. I don't have any plays in that game, guys. Sixers Nets. I don't have any plays in that one. Keyshawn George, the standout second-year player for the Wizards, is going to play for the Wizards tonight against the Pacers. Dean Wade is playing for the Cavs. Jared Allen is playing for the Cavs. Okay, they announced that just under an hour ago. Patrick Williams is going to play for the Bulls, so that's a positive sign. And Kobe White as well. And Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, the Bulls' injury report was really, really blurry today. There are some question marks there, but it looks like they have their main guys in the game today. Giannis is going to play as well. I did see that before I came on the stream, so that affected the lines as well. Let's see what the line is now for the next game. Giannis is coming off of a groin injury. I mean, how much mobility is he going to have in his first game back? Are they going to go high usage Giannis? But he's so important to their franchise. He's important to the economy of the city of Milwaukee. Let's call it what it is. Giannis is Milwaukee right now. Okay? Shout out to the Brewers, though. And I guess the Packers, even though they're in Green Bay. But yeah, this line is still 7.5. The Knicks might still get the best of them here, even with Giannis back. But if Giannis was even 30% likely to re-injure himself, 30% unhealthy, they wouldn't play him tonight. They wouldn't risk it. So I do think he is, he's ready to roll. MGA said Bucks money line. Giannis is back. He's rolling with the Greek Freak. Thanks for sharing, MGA, in the chat. Yeah, so this line is 7.5 now. That's big news, though. That's major news with Giannis being back. Anything else here? Isaac Okoro out. Minimal news there for the Bulls. Anything else that I missed that was really important just before we get here? Adam Bona is in for the Sixers. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Kristaps Porzingis and Andrew Nembhard. You know, with I saw that before as well. With Kristaps Porzingis out of the lineup, it's going to be tough for the Hawks on the interior. But we've seen Kristaps Porzingis miss games, and the Hawks compensate for his absence by just simply turning it into a track meet. I do think that we could get an extremely high-scoring game tonight, guys. That also correlates to what Tasha said in the chat. I think we could get an extremely high-scoring game between the Cavs and the Hawks. Just want to say that. Yeah, it's pretty notable there. The Lakers, since they traded for Luka, are 35-17 straight up. The Mavericks are 18-33. I mean, you know, we've pretty much seen all of that right now. It's the worst trade in sports history. Let's call it what it is. Derek White is probable. Jaylen Brown's questionable. Did they rule Jaylen Brown in, guys? What's going on with that? We're pretty close to tip off. What's going on? What's going on? So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'll run through a few of my notes as well for the games. Just some players that I think may exceed their totals tonight in their respective games. Maybe you can make note of this. But yeah, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. We're almost there. I'll keep the plays flowing. Live in-game bets. Go ahead and do your part. Hit that like button for me. Help me grow the stream. I really appreciate you. No joke. John Bennett, welcome in. MGA, welcome in. Godlike Player says Knicks Clippers moneyline parlay. I think that can go. I like the idea of that. Godlike Player. I like the idea of that. So we are looking at, just briefly here for Julian. He's at the Hawks game right now. Shout out to you. Enjoy some live NBA action. Personally, I'm trying to get tickets for the Raptors versus the Lakers here in Toronto on December 4th. Trying to get some decent tickets for that game. It's kind of tough, but I am shopping around there. But yeah, Jalen Johnson, I have him listed as a player that might go over 20.5 points. Tasha said Jalen Brown's going to be injured. I mean, he's not injured. He's going to be in tonight. Thank you. Thanks for the update, Tasha. That's the only update that I missed. So we're pretty much up to date with the injuries. We're pretty much up to date with the injuries tonight. We have... I do think Jared Allen might have a decent game, you know, but I'm sure that line has been crushed with Kristaps out of the lineup. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, we've probably seen those lines get crushed by the public because Kristaps Porzingis, it has been ruled out. So that's what gave me cause for concern there is the absence of Kristaps means that we probably missed the best of the line. We probably wanted to bet that before the games, before he was ruled out. Before he was ruled out, Evan Mobley was listed at 18.5 points. Jared Allen was only at 13.5 points. So, yeah. And then maybe take a look at Jalen Johnson's assists as well. He's on a crazy streak with his assists. I don't really ride streaks like that. I'm not the type of bettor to see someone, he went over 9 of his last 10 games. So I'm betting the house on to guys. Max lock. I'm not that type of guy. I don't bet just because a player went over 9 of his last 10. But it was a noticeable streak for him. I mean, the books, we saw this last year with Jalen Johnson. The books, they don't seem to be pricing his lines accurately, but let's see how it goes tonight. Kristaps Porzingis is one of his favorite targets. He's not in the game today, so maybe it comes to an end today. In the Sixers-Nets game, Paul George is starting today. I do think he can have a decent game against the Nets. It's 14.5 points, I believe, but you won't see me betting on Paul George in the near future. But I would definitely look at Tyrese Maxey, maybe 30 plus Tyrese. Quentin Grimes, maybe over 18.5 points. We are approaching tip-off, though, guys. So we're approaching tip-off. So I'm just going to run through my notes quickly for these games, and then I'm going to watch a couple of the games with you while the games are on. Make sure you stick around here on the stream. I will be here for a couple of hours with live in-game betting advice during the games. Let's go. And also, let me know in the chat, what game are you guys watching? What NBA game are you guys about to put on? What game are you most anticipating tonight? And drop those picks in the chat. We're all trying to win together. So, Bulls Hornets. We have Bulls Hornets. You guys know I'm already loaded on LaMelo there. I do think Ryan Kalkbrenner can go over 8.5 points. at -110, the center of the Charlotte Hornets. I write a newsletter called frenzyforecast.com. I sent out the newsletter today with just like 3 or 4 extra picks in the newsletter beyond the picks right here. And I'll let you guys know Ryan Kalkbrenner was one of those picks. It was a half unit bet though, over 8.5 points. But either way, players that I think also may have a decent game. Maybe Con Knipple assists over 2.5 points. Maybe Matas Buzelis over 12.5 points now. And Nikola Vucevic possibly. But these are players that I have listed for possible in-game player props. Okay, maybe they get off to a slow start. Maybe something happens with foul trouble to one of their teammates. I'll be watching those players I just said very closely to possibly share some picks in game. Quick picks here. These are just leans. These are not official bets. Okay, I'm just going through my notes. I did research. I researched every player on the board. Every player on the board today I researched. So looking at the Wizards Pacers game, I do think we could get an explosive scoring performance from Benedict Mathurin in that game. Possibly Pascal Siakam as well. They might, as a duo, they might overwhelm the Wizards in this game. The Pacers being 6.5 point favorites was a bit, but I think Andrew Nembhard is out, so I'm staying off that game. Might get a high scoring game though. And then in the Magic Pistons game, obviously I bet on Cade Cunningham. I bet on Tristan da Silva. Cade Cunningham over 8.5 assists. Tristan da Silva over 10.5 assists. But I have Jalen Duren over 17.5 points listed. I have Desmond Bane over 19.5 points listed. We are 4 minutes until tip-off, guys. Help this stream get 10 more likes. Smash that like button. Some last-minute updates in the chat. Charlavani said he likes the Hornets team total to go over as well. Okay, best of luck, Charlavani. Welcome back, bro. Will, my brother Will in the chat. Hope you have a great day, bro. Hope everything's going great with your family. Will, nice to see you here in the chat. Ananya Stum. Sorry, I slaughtered your name. I'm sorry about that. He said he likes the new format with my live stream. I really appreciate you. We're gonna keep it going. I know you've been watching the channel for a long time. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to my channel while you're here. Tasha said, I'm watching the 76ers game. Okay. Enjoy that one. MGA said he's on Alex Sarr to go over his rebounds. 6.5 rebounds. That's a low line. Man. Only 6.5 rebounds? That's crazy. The best. I think you're gonna hit. Tasha said she also likes the Pacers in the first half. So we're loaded. Everyone's loaded in the chat. Shout out to you as well, Bobcat, Scott Archer. Everyone's in here, man. Robert McCormick, Juan Juarez. Let's go, man. It's time to watch some NBA games. Let me go ahead and fire up a few of these games. I'll go ahead and watch I'll keep the scores on the screen. I'll have information on the screen for you guys. We have a few games tipping off right now. We have 6 games tipping off at the same time. We're loaded. We are loaded. So you guys can be my eyes and ears on the games that I'm not watching. I really appreciate that, but I will be, aware of everything that's pretty much going on to the best of my ability. Cavs Hawks tipping off in 2 minutes. Sixers Nets tipping off in 2 minutes. Bulls Hornets tipping off. Wizards Pacers tipping off. Bucks Knicks tipping off. We have an Eastern Conference buffet of games, and then we have a few games tipping off later on the West Coast. So let's keep it going. Let me fire these games up. Charlavani says Chet Holmgren double-double looks interesting. I did look at that as well. I went with the safe option, over 17.5 points. But I did look at that as well. Hopefully you guys can see the my picks. Is the text is not too small, right, for my picks underneath me? And I just wanted to say shout out to Kawhi. Shout out to Kawhi, guys. Shout out to Kawhi tonight. We're rolling with Kawhi. No shout out to Kawhi if he doesn't cash, though. I retract everything I say. Let's keep it going. What should I put on the screen? We'll roll with the Bulls-Hornets game, and we'll roll with the Pistons game as well. All right. And I'll change the scores on the screen based on how you guys go. If you guys want to know, this app is called the Real app. If you guys, it's a really good way to monitor the games on your phone. It's a mobile app. It has pretty much every North American sport, some detailed stats as well. But I just like the format for being able to follow players as well. So yeah, it's called the Real app. It's a mobile app. Who wins tonight, Kings or Jazz? Shout out to all of you. I'm rooting for us tonight. Don't bet more than you can afford to lose. The games are tipping off, everyone. The games are tipping off. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. The markets have been unleashed. Ring the bell. The markets have opened. There's a slight delay in the Pistons game, so LaMelo Ball is getting banned if he doesn't go over tonight. I was once a fan. I was once a fan. Okay, LaMelo with a deep three. Hey man, LaMelo's been throwing it up, man. He attempted 13 threes against the Knicks the other day when they got blown out. He's getting his shots up. There's no realistic reason why, with his skill set, he's a big guy. There's no realistic reason why he shouldn't be taking advantage of these mismatches. You know, Josh Giddey's not an A+ defender. He's a really amazing offensive player. He makes his teammates a lot better as well. But he should attack Josh Giddey today. LaMelo Ball should have had his way against Jalen Brunson the other day. So let's see how that goes today. We've tipped off in the Pistons game. Matas Buzelis scores. Let me get these games on my screen. Shout out to you guys. I'm rooting for us. I want you guys to win every single bet that you place. I am rooting for you guys more than you know. Let's keep this going, guys. Let's keep this going. Already a couple of deep three-point opportunities for LaMelo. So I'm watching the Pistons game as well as the Hornets game. I've decided to watch those games. I'll switch the channel. I have them side by side. I'll switch the channel if there's anything going on, but let me know in the chat. Let me know what games you guys are watching. I'm really interested in that as well. Free throws coming from Matas Buzelis. Who scored first? Oh, the first point of the game was assisted by Cade Cunningham. Cade's going for 10 assists tonight. We have over 8.5. Let's not get too happy though. Don't be mad if he doesn't take a ton of shots here. You know, he was playing hero ball against the Celtics. I'm expecting him to get his teammates involved here, guys. He has to make them better. He has to get them involved for them to beat this Magic team that's been an absolute freight train without Paolo Banchero. So it was Miles Bridges with the foul. Miles Bridges with the foul. There, Matas goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Okay, I have both games on. We're in the game. We are in the game. Get some assists, LaMelo. Let's go. Let me get back to the chat. Tristan Da Silva just scored. Tristan Da Silva just scored. LaMelo Ball just got an assist to Ryan Kalkbrenner. So we have some positive news across the board here. 1 assist for LaMelo, 1 assist for Cade Cunningham, 2 points for Tristan Da Silva. Shout out to you guys. Who doesn't love a good start to the evening? That was a nice dunk too from Ryan Kalkbrenner. Shout out to Creighton University. Goat Jaden, welcome in, brother. Love to see you in here, bro. Hope you're having a great day. Happy holidays, fam. Tasha's laughing. Wanwara said, let's go. Let's go. We're off to the races. We're off to the races. Beat Bookie Bulldog, welcome back. I just see you in there. Very good money. Welcome in, bro. Nice to see you here. Subscribe to the channel. This is a live NBA Cup betting stream. NBA Cup picks. An assist for Nikola Vucevic there on an easy cut to the basket for Kobe White. We're getting points here. As I said, guys, the Chicago Bulls lead the NBA in pace over their last 5 games. So I think we're gonna get a high-scoring game. I think we're going to get a track meet in Charlotte tonight. Trevor said the Kings are bad, but the Jazz have been absolutely horrible during the Cup games. I know, man. Can they get a win in the Cup in front of their fans? Is LaMelo scoring 30 tonight? Is LaMelo Ball dropping 30 on the Bulls' head tops tonight? As always, these are my pregame picks. If I add live in-game bets, which I'm almost sure that I will, they will be below me. I'll add them to the board below. Live bets will be added below. These are pregame bets, guys. LaMelo just picked up his first foul of the game. LaMelo's up to 5 points, 1 assist. Stay out of foul trouble, LaMelo. MGA said Zach LaVine's due for a game. He is. And as I said, the Jazz have the worst defense in the NBA since Walker Kessler was ruled out for the rest of the season due to a shoulder injury. Walker Kessler really meant that much to the Jazz, man. Their defense has fallen off of a cliff from that very moment. They had a bright start to the season too. Remember, they were winning a couple games that they shouldn't have won. Not that they shouldn't have won, because it's early in the season. I have to respect these teams early in the season, but that they weren't expected to win, you know? And since then, their defense has been in a free fall. Paper mache. Their defense has been paper mache since then. Ania, I hope I'm not slaughtering your name. Ania Yesum, 8545 said, Suns money line could be worth a sprinkle because of how hot the Thunder are currently, and it's got to come to an end. I thought that was true with the Wolves the other night. Yeah, here in my live stream the other night, I had the Minnesota Timberwolves live in the game, plus 12. They did cash for us, but it was very sweaty. They had a really good chance to win that game. The Timberwolves missed 13 free throws against the Thunder the other night. It was disgusting. Rudy Gobert's got to go. Sorry. Rudy Gobert's got to go, guys. He's not a popular guy in Minnesota right now. The Wolves almost had it as well. Yeah, you did mention that at the end. Sorry, I jumped there. 13-11 there, timeout Hornets. Quick box score check. You guys are going to have to let me know what's going on. Actually, I'll pull it up on my phone. I have the same scoreboard on my phone, so. Because I forgot about Jalen Brunson. Best of luck, Barry. Barry as well. Barry, good money with the Jazz tonight. Should be an interesting game. That's why I asked about that one. I know people aren't really just running to watch the the Jazz Kings game, but I'm gonna be watching for Isaiah Collier tonight. Cade's off to the races. 5 points. The crowd's loving it. The crowd in Detroit is loving what they're seeing from Cade Cunningham right now. Future MVP, man. I gotta say it. Cade Cunningham is going to win an MVP in this league in the next 3 to 4 seasons. He's definitely way ahead of schedule. Maybe sooner than that. LaMelo Ball layup. They have no answer for LaMelo right now. He sees Josh Giddey. He sees food right now. Cut to the basket and get your teammates involved. LaMelo's up to 7 points. Let's go, guys. Unfortunately, the points and assists was only a half unit, but hopefully he can supplement that with some assists here. But he could, if he has an explosive scoring game like we know he's capable of, he could go over the points and assists with just the points. It's possible. Ayo Dosunmu with a decent 3 there off a Josh Giddey assist. So Josh Giddey and Nikola Vucevic have been getting their teammates involved early on here. It's been pretty noticeable. The Bulls are fully healthy. Remember, the Bulls haven't been... I'm not sure about Kevin Huerter, though. Is Kevin Huerter playing today? Guys, that's one of the updates I missed. But the Bulls haven't been healthy over their last couple of games. And it's shown. It's shown. You know, you guys remember the game where they barely beat the Wizards last weekend? We were sweating that game here together on the stream. The Bulls are healthy now, so who knows? Maybe they'll ascend again. It was just funny in the first week of the season when everyone was trying to crown them as Eastern champions after the first week of the season. Duncan Robinson is 0 for 4 from 3, and 2 of them would have been assists for Cade. Duncan Robinson has missed all 4 of his three-point attempts to start the game. We need high usage LaMelo today. We don't need 27-minute LaMelo. We need 35-minute LaMelo. Tasha said she likes OKC in the third quarter again. It's been cashing for you. I'm going to ride with you today. And even if it doesn't hit, that's on my radar. And thanks for bringing that to my attention. Pre-game OKC third quarter bets. Not every book offers that, but I was looking around. What book do you bet it on? Juan Juarez said, let's go LaMelo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go LaMelo. The scoring is picking up here. The Bulls are getting into their offensive actions early into the shot clock. Shout out to everyone that's here on the stream. I'll probably have a few live bets at halftime, so stick around. Live in-game NBA bets. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We're almost there. So a few more likes, guys. Let's get to 50 likes. How about that? 50. 50 likes. Tasha said she found it on Bet Rivers, the pregame quarter bets for like the third quarter and stuff. Okay. Might need to deposit into Bet Rivers. I have a Bet Rivers account, but right now it's not funded at the moment. I have maybe 7 sports books that are funded right now, but had a negative experience with Bet Rivers, but it was in the NFL last year. They wouldn't let me bet in the NFL. It was crazy on certain things. By halfway through the season, it was really strange. But hey, we can get around that. 2025, we can get around that, you know? Might need to get someone to open a Bet Rivers account for me. Let's get it, guys. What are you guys seeing in these games? It looks like we're in for a track meet, just like I said in that Bulls game. Quick check. Has Jalen Brunson done anything? Has he recorded any assists? They're down by 8. The Bucks are up by 8. 18-10. No assists for Jalen Brunson. That's a small bet, though, half unit. Yeah, the Bulls are looking good tonight. They got healthy. I think they tricked everyone with the injury report, too. They scared some people off. But this game was a toss-up. Two highly motivated teams. The Wizards are up 14-11 on the Pacers early. Still 1 assist for Cade. Hopefully we can get a second assist from Cade in this first quarter. He has the ability to string together assists on back-to-back possessions, though, so don't be surprised if he records a few assists in spurts for tonight. Quick check in the Hawks game. Like I said the Hawks are going to compete. The Hawks are going to compete. They're off to a great start. Not the highest scoring game so far, but I did say without Kristaps Porzingis, the Hawks offense has still been decent because they compensate for his absence by turning these games into a track meet. Yeah, LaMelo's all over the place. LaMelo's sick about what they're saying about him right now. He fell off. He wants to get traded. There's a lot of negativity swirling around LaMelo Ball right now. I think he's sick of it. He's going to show us that today. (24-21) Bulls, though. 24-21 Bulls. A pretty slow start. For the Magic offense. Although Franz Wagner just converted an and one opportunity. Well, he has to attempt a free throw, but free throw's on the way for Franz Wagner. Only 1 shot attempt for Tristan da Silva in the first 5 minutes. But he does have 2 points, so let's see how it goes. Timeout, Bulls. It's a track meet. What's going on in the Sixers game? Maxey has 4 points. Paul George, 4 points. 1 steal. Quentin Grimes has 4 points as well. He just went to the bench. I did say watch out for Quentin Grimes and Tyrese Maxey today. Hawks are up by 9. Tyson, shout out to Julian Crone in the chat. He's live in attendance at the Cavs-Hawks game. Free throws coming for Jalen Duren. Tasha said LaMelo has 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Let's go. We need some assists, though. I would like to see a second assist in this quarter, but I think Sexton... Yeah, Colin Sexton just came in to give LaMelo Ball a breather. So, hoping for a better second quarter in terms of distribution. Let's see how it goes. They have a lot of ball-dominant players that can only succeed with the ball in their hands. 6-0 run for the Knicks. That forces a Bucks timeout. Still no assist for Jalen Brunson. But the Knicks just went on a 6-0 run. Giannis got 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for Giannis in the first 6 minutes of the game. He's already stuffing the stat sheet. Well, that was a nice pass right there. Big to big passing. Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren with the alley-oop dunk. Thanks a lot, Tasha. Just said she heard. Unfortunately, I'm not. Thanks for following as well, Matt Avert. Thanks for following the channel. Subscribe to the channel, everyone. Yeah. So I'm sure everyone's just like me. You know, all of your senses are overwhelmed by all of these games. The Pistons have jumped out there to a 13-point lead. I did say that I lean towards the Pistons today. I was looking for maybe a better line because the Magic have been playing very well early in games. This game is far from over, but I did lean towards the Pistons to win this game and cover, actually. So I have a lot of bets on the board, though, so I didn't go there. I was hoping to maybe go for some point spreads in the game. So See how it goes. Josh Hart's been playing really well recently in the absence of OG Anunoby. That was against weaker competition, but oh, look at Isaiah Stewart with a 3. The Magic are ice cold to start the game. Yes, they are. Timeout Magic, ice cold. Just like a player said in the chat, Magic are ice cold, guys. The Magic are 3 for 13 from the field with their shooting so far in this game. They're 0 for 3 from 3. That's not going to cut it for them. The Pistons are mad, man. The Pistons, after that loss on national TV to the Celtics the other day, telling you guys, the head coach was not pleased with the turnovers in that game. JB Bickerstaff. Waiting to see LaMelo go back on the court. Waiting for this Pistons timeout to be done. Okay, they're coming back on. They're coming back on. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hope you guys didn't spend all your money on Black Friday. Be careful out here. Hornets are already up to 30 points. Patrick Williams with a big 3. It's a pretty high scoring first quarter. Let's see if we can get LaMelo Ball back onto the court to be able to contribute here. Brandon Miller and Patrick Williams just went on yeah. Let's see how this goes. Brandon Miller is up to 7 points. Okay, we're back. Cade, did I miss anything? Cade Cunningham got his second assist. 2 assists for Cade, guys. He assisted that Isaiah Stewart 3 before the timeout. And we've reached the end of the first quarter in Charlotte. In the Hornets game, I like what I'm seeing from LaMelo Ball in this game. He looks like a player that is motivated to succeed today, to maybe shake some of his haters off, you know? Hopefully we can benefit from that with our bets. What game are you guys watching? After a 6-0 lead for the Knicks, the Bucks jumped back out there. They're on an 11-0 run. 11-0 run for the Bucks after a 9-0 run, from the Knicks. So it's a game of runs early in New York in the Garden. Hugo, welcome back. Yeah, I think the Lakers they might win by margin today. I do think I think the Mavericks are in big trouble tonight, Hugo. That's just me. I'm rolling with Jake LaRavia. There. We've got action in the Pistons game. Look at Cade, man. Look at Cade. A 4-point play. Oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah, he did. He did. It's a 4-point play. Anthony Black just fouled him. It's a 4-point play for Cade. Tons of NBA basketball on right now, guys. We're sweating bets. Desmond Bane's rolling. Bane is rolling. We're waiting for the second quarter to start here for the Hornets game. Let's get some Tristan da Silva action. The second quarter has started. In Charlotte. Foul on Jonathan Isaac here. Isaiah Stewart is about to shoot a pair of free throws for the Pistons. I like what I saw from Cade Cunningham in that quarter as well. We're going to need a bit more, but, I'm still confident. Cade, man. Cade Cunningham. It won't be long on the current trajectory he's on, where people consider him to be the best player in the NBA. I'm just gonna call it like what it call it. He's such an efficient scorer, an effective scorer. He's efficient as well, and he really does make his teammates better. Look at the impact he's had on Jalen Duren. He revitalized Duncan Robinson's career. Con Knipple has 3 assists. His assist line was 2.5. He went over 2.5. Kevin Huerter up to 4 points here. We're gonna get points here. The Hornets game it's a very high total, but we're on track to get tons of points here in this Hornets Bulls game. So Cade's on the bench, right? No, he's still out there. No, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. Let me turn back to that game. I did flip to the Pacers game just for a moment. I just wanted to see something in that one. They snapped in the last 3 minutes. It looked like it was about to be a slow start offensively, and then they just snapped all of a sudden. Free throws for Karis LeVert. A lot of free throws here, man. We need some of these guys to make these potential assist opportunities for Cade. Jalen Duren's up to 6 points on the bench. We got 1 assist for Jalen Brunson. 1 assist for Jalen Brunson. After a quick review, Brandon Miller is shooting free throws. He hits the free throw. Free throws coming for Coby White. So some stop and start action here in the Pistons and Hornets games. Lots of free throws. The 76ers are up by 13 points. The Sixers are up by 13, guys. I know that's the game Tosh is watching in the chat. Quick check on Tyrese Maxey here. Paul George up to 9 points, so he's on track to go over 14. Tyrese Maxey has 6 points, 7 points for Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond's been essential, man. With the unfortunate stuff that's been happening with Joel Embiid, his injury situation, he's been essential. How are you guys feeling about the games? Ania said Stewart is cooking. He is. LaMelo Ball with a deep 3 as soon as he gets back in the game. Get this guy off of you, man. Get this guy off of you. Off the switch. Jalen Smith can't guard you. Another 3 for LaMelo back to back. 13 points early in the second quarter. Let's go. Back-to-back 3s. LaMelo's taking over the game. Coby White doesn't want to go bam for bam with LaMelo. Free throws coming for Wendell Carter Jr. in the Magic game. It's really difficult to watch the Pistons game because it looks like it's a decent score, right? But it feels like half of the points in the Magic Pistons game have been free throws. It's a stop-start game. As you can see, that game is lagging behind the other games in terms of what point the game is in. What point the game is at. Shout out to you guys. Hope you're having a great Friday. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm going to be here on the channel all weekend. So you guys get ready for more streams. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, take a second to subscribe. Turn notifications on. Hit that like button. Let's go. Thank you very much. Live sports betting content. We are in the second quarter now, officially in all 6 of the 7:30 p.m. Eastern NBA Cup games for tonight. As a few of these games get to reach halftime, I'll probably drop a couple of live bets for you below. Things went well with my live betting on Wednesday in my last stream. See if we can keep it going today. Anything is possible. Don't bet more than you can afford to lose. But I do have a few notes that I'm trying to capitalize on here for these games. Another stop in the Pistons game here. A review. Hope to see Cade on the court here early in the second quarter. Daddy Rel said he's here now. Seriously, welcome in, Rel. Welcome in. Tasha said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 29 points. Let's go. They've adjusted that line with Jalen Williams back. They may have over adjusted. Let's see how it goes. Hoping you catch that. You already know I'm on Chet Holmgren. I think Chet Holmgren's going for 20 points. I bet him over 17.5. I think we can all win there though. Flagrant foul on Kobe White. That was a hard foul. That was a hard foul. Moussa Diabate shooting a pair of free throws here. Daddy Rel, welcome in. Hugo said, how about all dogs barking in the NFL? Yeah. The season started out with all favorites. And it's the opposite of last season in the NFL. Last season, the NFL started with all underdogs the first 6 weeks, and then the favorites crushed for the rest of the season. Now we're seeing a reverse of that trend. So the dogs are barking in the NFL. It's 2 assists for LaMelo Ball. Easy layup for Brandon Miller. LaMelo came to play, guys. Hopefully he keeps it going, but the metrics are there. The Bulls play at the fastest pace in the NBA. As I said before the stream started, the Chicago Bulls play at the fastest pace in the NBA over their last 5 games. And the Hornets have 50 points with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. We're going to get an above average amount of possessions here. So LaMelo should clear all his lines. He's been a high usage player even when he's been going under. You know? Daddy Rel said huge NHL slate tonight. Drop those NHL plays, Rel. Juan Juarez said, let's go, LaMelo. I can tell Juan, my bro Juan is watching the Hornets Bulls game like I am. I'm also watching the Magic and the Pistons. The Magic were down by 12. And like I said, they do have, this team's been rolling. I'm hoping to get a better line with the Pistons in game, but maybe I'll lay off. But let's see how things move. I didn't bet on the Pistons to win the game, but let's see how things are at halftime. The Magic were down by 12 early in this game, and now they're up by 5. They've stormed back to take the lead. They're currently on a 24-6 run. The Magic are on a 24-6 run. Cade Cunningham with 12 points there, so that's one thing I was wrong about. I'm on Cade's assists. I said he'd take a back seat with his points. Cade said, man, forget that. I'm doing both. I'm doing both today. Matas Buzelis just missed his first free throw. He's about to shoot a second one for the Bulls. Shout out to you, Will, as well, if you're watching. Shout out to you. It's an exciting game, the Hornets game. Melo's jacking threes up left and right. Really positive start for LaMelo. Hope he can clear that line for us. Cade's up to 14 points. It's the LaMelo and Cade Cunningham show. They can't be stopped. Yo, how many threes has LaMelo attempted? 7 minutes left in the second quarter, but the Bulls are hanging around. The Bulls are hanging around. LaMelo Ball is already 3 for 6 from 3. Super confident. Shout out to Anthony Black as well, one of the rising young players in the NBA. He put on a show on national TV when they stomped the Sixers on national TV the other night. You guys know I'm a big Anthony Black fan. I'm becoming an Anthony Black fan. We've had success betting his props here on the stream. LaMelo Ball's up to 13 points, 2 assists. We need more. We need more. Cade Cunningham has 2 assists. We need more. We need more. We want to play from a position of strength in the second quarter. And right on cue, LaMelo Ball records his 3rd assist of the game on an easy mid-range jumper from Con Knipple. The outstanding rookie out of Duke. My second favorite rookie in this draft class, after Cedric Coward. Future All-Star Cedric Coward. Four assists for LaMelo Ball. Zion James, corner 3, let's go. The Bulls' defense is horrible. Even when they were covering spreads, guys, I said that I had big question marks about the Chicago Bulls defense. When you look at their front court, they're unable to switch effectively. Nikola Vucevic cannot guard multiple positions. Neither can Jalen Smith. That puts more pressure on their teammates on the perimeter. Teams are hunting them in mismatches, and they're letting it fly from 3. The Bulls have an above-average offense, but their defense is horrible. They compensate for their lack of defense by turning every game into a track meet like we're seeing. So LaMelo's up to 4 assists. Hopefully he can clear both of those lines for us. Shout out to you guys. The best chat. Shout out to you guys. Free throws coming for Cade. Cade and LaMelo are trying to drop 20 in the first half. Tasha said, do I think Anthony Davis will get 8 rebounds against his old team? They did say that Anthony Davis is on a minutes restriction tonight. Now, we've seen coaches be a bit, unpredictable with minutes restrictions. They say they're giving them a minutes restriction, then they don't. Or, or they imply that they might let them run, and then they put them on a restriction. But let me write that down, and I'll look at that. I'll look at that. If you guys have any questions in the chat for the late games or any games right now that you're watching, let me know. Live betting advice. We are here to win together. If I have time, I will help you, and that's what I'm here to do. But I'll take a look at that when some of these games get to halftime, Tasha. And Tasha said Atlanta's stuck. They haven't scored in the second quarter yet. Yeah, So Brunson's getting a rest with 1 assist. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah, the Hawks offense has slowed down a bit. They've only scored 6 points in the second quarter so far. That's pretty shocking. The Cavs defense seems to have imposed their will here. Still about 7 minutes to go, but the Hawks need to pick it up. I'm definitely rooting for you, Tasha. More free throws coming for Jalen Duren. He gets to the free throw line at one of the highest rates in the NBA. More free throws coming. It's a free throw fest. Very physical game. I am watching that game. The Pistons game is a very physical game, guys. Tons of free throws. It's on track to go over. Still early, but Franz Wagner missed the first free throw. The Sixers up by 21 points. Daddy Rell said he took Anthony Davis over 7.5 rebounds. I think he'll get it in the first half. He's motivated. Did you guys see what DeAndre Ayton said? People are saying people are saying that his comments are being interpreted as him taking shots at Anthony Davis. So DeAndre Ayton said that I'm here with the Lakers to provide what they haven't had for a long time, which is a big that can play defense, stretch the floor. Like, it was basically what Anthony Davis was doing. Anthony Davis is not a scrub now. He just has injury issues. So it should be an interesting matchup tonight. Unfortunately, Anthony Davis is on a minutes restriction, and with the embarrassment to the Mavs organization, I don't know if they're gonna if they're gonna unleash him today. Although I'm sure they want to. Let's see. It's a very unfortunate story with Anthony Davis. LaMelo Ball's on the bench. Quick breather for LaMelo. Cade still has 2 assists. We're going to need Cade to pick it up. And Da Silva still has 2 points. So that's bad news right there. With the early picks, LaMelo is looking on track. It looks like he's on track. Da Silva still has 2 points. Let's see. There's still 6.5 minutes though. Let's see if we can get a few field goal attempts out of Tristan Da Silva as we approach halftime. I'll probably drop a couple of live bets here. I have an idea of one already. So let's see how things progress towards halftime. Three assists for Cade Cunningham on a fast break dunk for Jalen Duren. Man, Jalen Duren, I hope Cade Cunningham doesn't need it. He got the Supermax contract, but Jalen Duren, I hope he gets a nice Christmas gift for Cade Cunningham. No joke. Jalen Duren probably would succeed on most teams anyways. He's a really good player. But Cade has taken his game to the next level. Blake Severson said he took Benedict Mathurin for 4 rebounds, and he has none. I'll give you a tip that I follow, Blake. Obviously, it's not the law. Anything can happen. People do really well with rebound props, but you guys don't really see me bet on rebound props that often. If I do, it will be with a big. I won't bet with wing players, small forwards, guards to get rebounds because it's one of the most volatile things. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip because the mentality of guards changes depending on what the game plan is. Bigs, their goal is to get rebounds no matter what. Every game, you need to clean up the boards. That's your job. But guards in the NBA, sometimes the coaching staff's game plan is going to be for wing players and guards to get back in transition after missed shots. So you won't even see them crash the boards. You won't even see them crash the boards. I'm talking about on offense, And then defensively as well, there's such an emphasis on fast break scoring in the NBA right now that guards are initiating that they're not really crashing the glass like that. You get what I'm saying. There's such an emphasis on transition offense and limiting transition defense in the NBA right now that I truly believe that sports books are cleaning up when it comes to betting on guards to record rebounds. That's just my opinion. But I hope he grabs those 4 boards for you. Rebounds are so random, he can get them all in the second half. So I'm definitely rooting for you, Blake. Timeout. We have another stoppage here. In the Pistons game. They've slowed down just a bit here over the last minute or so in the Bulls game, scoring-wise, but it's still a track meet. Hopefully we can get LaMelo in with I think he'll come in with about 3 minutes left. He needed a breather. LaMelo is putting forth max effort tonight. Timeout Hornets. The Bulls look decent over the last minute or so. Tristan Da Silva just missed a corner three attempt. Just saw a tweet. Anthony Davis is on the floor for the pregame routine for the Mavericks game. We know he's going to play tonight, but it looks like he's practicing his mid-range jumper, trying to get into rhythm for tonight's game. There's nothing like, you can't simulate game action. It's tough for Anthony Davis. Sorry, I keep saying Edwards, but that game will definitely be must-see TV tonight. Also, if you guys are not following me on social media, follow me at Myguyknowsaguy. Twitter is a good place to follow me as well. Myguyknowsaguy, the same name as my channel. Follow me there, turn notifications on. Thanks. We need something out of Tristan Da Silva here. Yeah, they slowed down a bit in the Hornets game offensively. It's turned into a brick fest. Bricks in Charlotte right now in the last 2 minutes after a lightning fast start to the game. Unfortunately, Tristan Da Silva just went to the bench. He was subbed out for Desmond Bane right there. That's unfortunate. And Desmond Bane has an immediate impact for the Magic. He assists an Anthony Black 3 in the corner. Conkaniple's up to 9 points. Another 3 for Conkanipple. Nice shot right there from Karis LeVert. Unfortunately, Cade didn't assist it though. Assisted by Duncan Robinson. That was a very, very athletic move from Colin Sexton right there. A wraparound layup around Nikola Vucevic. That was a really impressive move. So Cade Cunningham is also getting a quick breather. I don't like how the Hornets coach let LaMelo Ball run here on the bench, but we still have time. 2 minutes. Very strange right there, but let's see how it goes. Cade's on the bench there. There's more time on the clock in the Pistons game, though. Brandon Miller subs into the game. LaMelo Ball still getting a breather. Cade Cunningham getting a breather right now. Going to need those guys to come through to offset a potential bad night for Tristan Da Silva. And Cade just subbed back into the game and immediately assisted Tobias Harris on a little 10-foot jump hook shot. So we're up to 4 assists for Cade now, guys. With enough time to rack up 1 or 2 more here. 6 would be nice by halftime. Hopefully he can get at least 5 at the half. Conkanipple just stepped out of bounds. Nice dunk for Cade in transition, man. The guy is just unstoppable. Gonna have to watch all Cade Cunningham games, man. This is crazy. If you're just a fan of basketball, like, whoa. You guys see Nike starting to pivot towards Cade. You know, they invested quite a bit of money in Tyrese Halliburton. No one can predict the serious injury that Halliburton suffered, but it seems like Nike's about to pivot towards Cade, man. Get ready for a bunch of Cade Cunningham Nike commercials all over your TV. Anthony Black just gave the Pistons a gift. I was talking very, very good about him. He misses both free throws right there. So we're approaching the half. Let me go ahead and start to get my halftime betting notes ready for you guys. I'll start to work on that now. Smash the like button for me. Three fouls on Tobias Harris. It might be important to someone. 3 fouls on Tobias Harris. Yeah, I'm from Toronto, fam. I'm from Toronto. Fauci Banks. He said I sound like I'm from Toronto. Are you from Toronto? Shout out to you. Welcome to the chat, wherever you're from. He said, okay, yes. Shout out to the city. There's brick outside. Welcome in. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Nice to meet you. Tasha said Pacers first half is going to cash for me also. Yes, it is. Good call there, Tasha. I remember that one. So maybe they can offset the Hawks for a bit. The Hawks a bit. Giannis is going crazy. 16-point double-double in the first half. Oh no, you cashed the Hawks as well. They just snapped. Good job, Tasha. Thanks a lot. Winning bets in the chat. Drop your plays in the chat, everyone. Congrats to you. Tasha dropped that Hawks team total, first half team total over 55.5, and Pacers first half, 2-0 in the first half. Let's go. You're definitely on it. John Bennett said he took Anthony Black, 12 points, easy cover by halftime. Congrats to you, John Bennett. Ania said Dennis Schroeder's been ruled out, everyone. Isaiah Stewart is cooking. It's a close game, though. Tasha said, yeah, I already saw that. You said you took Shai. Trevor said, come on, Pistons, get it together. Yes, sir. Same name, Fauci Banks. Same name. You can watch me. Yep. Same name. I appreciate you too. Follow me. 4 turnovers for Cade. That's been a problem for him over the last 2 games. Cade Cunningham. As much praise as he's been getting, deservedly so, for the impact he's had on the Pistons this season, his turnovers are starting to tick up a bit. His turnovers are starting to tick up just a bit. LaMelo Ball never got back into the game. 17 first half points and assists, though, for LaMelo. So, it's positive. He has 4 assists. It's positive. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. We've reached the half. As I said, it's going to be a really high-scoring game. Hornets, Bulls. Let me go through my notes, guys. 1 second. If I bet anything live right now, I'll add it to the board below. Live bets probably on the way. Let me just see what's happening and make sure that we didn't make sure that I didn't miss anything. Like injuries, maybe foul trouble, stuff like that. You have to be careful. Trevor, no, but I should. You can follow me there. Trevor, if you can, follow me there. I would really appreciate that. And let me know what your name is there too. I'll follow you back. Fauci Banks, I appreciate the channel, fam. Shout out to you. Shout out to the city. We still have 2 minutes left in the Pistons Magic game. Who's going to win the first half? Yes, sir. Appreciate you. try to run it up. Pretty high scoring game in the Bucks game as well. They look like they're on track to go over. Anything happen in the second half though? We've seen some strange stuff in the second half in some of these games. How about Desmond Bane? 21 points in the first half for the Magic. Bane's been one of my favorite players for years. If you guys have been following me on social media, you know. Yes, sir. Trevor, if that's your same name, or what, I'll see it. I'll follow you back. A huge fast break 3 for Duncan Robinson, and guess who got the assist? Cade Cunningham. 5 assists for Cade. That's exactly what we needed. And there's still a minute left here. Can he get 6? Can he get 6? That was a really nice shot from Duncan. He got that Cade Cunningham stimulus package. Revitalized his career. Jonathan Isaac, man. Whew. Jonathan Isaac is here. Okay, guys, I might have a live bet here. I think I might have 2. So just give me 1 second. And we've reached the half. The Orlando Magic are up 59-58. A 1-point lead as underdogs. The Magic win the first half. They win the first half on the spread as well. And the Pistons have work to do defensively. The Magic aren't playing around. The Magic aren't scared of anyone, even without Paolo Banchero. We've seen what they've done. I think they're 5-1 now without Banchero. So we've seen what they've done. Live bets on the way. Smash that like button for me, guys. Let's help the stream get to 50 likes. I appreciate you. 2 assists for Jalen Brunson. We need a lot more from him. Anything can happen with assists, though. I'm going through the live odds right now. There are tons of options here. And the moment I place my bets, I'll let you know. I won't mislead you. I only want to share what I have my money on. 3 assists for Jalen Brunson. He just snuck one in just before halftime. He gave us a chance. Jalen Brunson gave us a chance. That's all we're asking for, man. All we're asking for is a chance. Halftime, Bucks are up by 2. Okay. Let me just see what book has the best odds here. 3 live bets about to come on the board, guys. I might stay away from the Hawks game. Maybe I should have taken them in the first half. I did say I think the Hawks are going to compete tonight. I won't be surprised if the Hawks win, but I'm not going to bet it. The Cavs have the ability to blow people away in 1 quarter, even though they haven't been playing up to their standard. Okay, I'm going with the Detroit Pistons money line minus 120 to win 1 unit live at the half. And I'm also betting on the New York Knicks minus 4.5 to win 1 unit. Knicks minus 4.5, Pistons money line. Each separate bets to win 1 unit each. I want to bet on the Bulls plus 3.5, but I didn't do it. I know I said 3 live bets. But I'm gonna wait to see how the Hornets come out in the second half. I just had a weird, strange feeling there. So let me get those on the board for you guys. So yeah, you can see my live bets below, guys, at the bottom. Live bet. I just live bet the Pistons money line minus 120 to win 1 unit, and the Knicks minus 4.5 to win 1 unit. Scary plays, I know, but that's what I'm rolling with. We've had some success here with the live bets. Let's keep it going. Anything can happen though, so don't bet more than you can afford to lose. But I went with one full unit each on those. Go ahead and run that like button up for me as we get ready for the second half. All 6 games are at halftime right now. I'll actually look at the board to see if I'll look at the board to see if there's anything else that we can jump on here. But as you know me, I'm not going to force anything, guys. I'm not going to force anything. We're trying to grow our bankrolls effectively. We don't want to lose it all in one night. So, but let's see what else I can look at here. Maybe let me look at my notes again. Actually, we're almost there. A few more likes. Take 1 second. And whether you're tailing or not, best of luck in the second half with all of your bets. This has been really fun to watch these games with you, and I appreciate your time. Happy holidays to everyone in the chat. Hope you're having a great time this week with your family, with your friends, whatever it is you're doing. Let's keep it going. And yeah, I'll be on here tomorrow. We have 8 NBA games tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow. So turn notifications on here on my channel and get ready for another stream tomorrow. I'll catch up on the chat in just 1 second. You guys can fire off any questions you have. Just want to see something in this Cavs-Hawks game. Should be just about getting ready to tip off, I'd say, in the Hornets game. The Hornets game was the first one that went to halftime, right? And yeah, we have a couple of games starting soon too. At 9:30, the OKC Thunder against the Suns, the Spurs versus the Nuggets. We have a couple of games starting, so we're not done yet. I'm here to ride. Let's go. Second half is starting in the Wizards game. Trevor, I followed you back. Appreciate you. Second half has started in the Hornets game. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Pacers up by 16. Both teams score immediately. Maybe I should have taken the Bulls. I don't know, man. Maybe someone out there did. I said I was this close to taking the Bulls plus 3.5 just now at halftime. Give me 1 second, everyone. Let me answer the door. I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. And I'm back. I'm back. What did I miss? Okay, let me unmute the Hornets game. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best, everyone. Hoping for the best. Let me get the Hornets game back on. Okay, behind the back pass from LaMelo Ball. 5 assists for LaMelo. Let's go. On a deep Brandon Miller 3. It's a good thing I didn't jump on the Bulls because the Hornets came to play today. The Hornets, they ate a big breakfast today, man. Waiting for a few of these other games to start the half. You guys do know we have Chet Holmgren on the way. In the OKC game, over 17.5, Chet Holmgren. We also have Isaiah Collier, the point guard on the Utah Jazz, over 5.5 assists on the way. Both of those games starting about 30 to 40 minutes. What's for dinner tonight, guys? What's for dinner tonight? They're playing at such a fast pace in the Bulls game. Hugo said tacos. That sounds really good. I had a quesadilla for lunch. Trying to decide what's for dinner now. Well, actually, I think... Sorry. No joke, I forgot. Pretty sure my girlfriend's cooking as we speak. Sounds good though, Hugo. Enjoy. Tasha said leftovers. Thanksgiving leftovers. That's efficiency. Fauci Banks said, how do you look for an edge in your plays, fam? I have my own models. NHL, NFL, NBA, NCAA, MLB. How do you know what plays to look for? Honestly, it's a very complicated process in 2025 to look for, to find quality plays. I probably have to go on about that in depth to help you out, to what to look for. Send me a message too. Yeah, Fauci, if you do you have Twitter, follow me on Myguyknowsaguy on X. But yeah, when things slow down a bit, I'll definitely get into that. Yeah, send me a message. No problem at all. No worries, fam. I hope you enjoy your night. So you just started? Yeah. Definitely be very conscious of your bankroll if you just started getting into sports betting. The goal is to deposit as few times as possible. You know, you want to run up a bankroll. You definitely want to have a few other sports books open as well, so you can shop for lines. That's key. You think of it like you're going shopping online or at the mall. You're looking for the best price on your goods. You know, so an astute shopper is going to try to find the best price before they even go out shopping. You know, so definitely. I'm not saying load up like put tons of money in each book, but you want to have a bit of money in 6-7 books, honestly, because the line fluctuations, line movement, stuff like that, things move very, very fast. And also sometimes the quality of the information that you're digesting is not sometimes, actually all the time. The quality of the information that you're absorbing is absolutely critical. You definitely want to keep your finger on the pulse of the 24/7 news cycle in the sports world. Try to stay ahead of things. And also don't be afraid to think outside the box. Just because the crowd is going one way doesn't mean that you have to. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to think outside the box with your plays. And don't get too caught up in trends either. Just because a player goes over 9 times out of 10 doesn't mean they're going to do it in the 11th game. Trends can be your friend, but they can also be your enemy, because the sports books, they've become pretty efficient with setting lines. A lot of these trends are already baked into the lines. So, and be very careful with injuries as well. Don't slam a player to go over just because their teammate is out. Still look at the matchup, still looking at the underlying metrics. That would be my opinion. A lot of people lose their money because they bet on players because their teammate is out due to an injury, and not understanding the basics of line how the sports books set lines, and how that's already priced in. Like, so, they know that these players are out, and you can see it because the points prop isn't, what it usually is. You look at Quentin Grimes on the 76ers over the last couple of games. He was regularly going over 13.5 points, 12.5 points, 14.5 points. But as soon as they got the injuries started happening over the last 2 weeks for the Sixers, now you're seeing his line 18.5, 19.5 in Quentin Grimes. And I think he went under like 2 or 3 times in a row but he went over 13, his normal line. It's because they set the new line to trap you in. So there's too much to keep up with, but I definitely put in the time to try to stay ahead. But let's see if we can come out ahead today. Take it day by day. Take it day by day. You have winning days, you have losing days. You just want the winning days to outnumber the losing days. And the Bulls just tied it up just like that. They were down by 8. They tied it up just like that. Timeout Hornets. That was a poor stretch for the Hornets there. And we've started in the second half. The second half has started in the rest of these games. So let me get the Wizards game off the board. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We have 3 games tipping off in about 30 to 40 minutes. Shout out to you guys. Hope you're having a great day. It's a back and forth contest in the Pistons game. It's a back and forth contest against... And Desmond Bane was getting criticized early on with the Magic. Desmond Bane is playing great basketball over the last 2 weeks or so. Let's see what I missed in these games. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe if you can. Follow the channel, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It really does help. Appreciate you. That's if you're interested in more of this content. I also upload videos, pregame picks videos. So, you guys be on the lookout for my videos this weekend for picks before the game. And then come on during the stream if you have time. Timeout Hornets. Nikola Vucevic up to 10 points. He wasn't hurt. The Hawks took the lead. So I said, maybe I should have taken them, but I said maybe take the Hawks, maybe take the Bulls at the half. I went for the Pistons and the Knicks. So let's see if they're able to create some separation in their respective games. There's still time to jump in there with a few of these games. If I bet more live, I'll go during a timeout. Oh yeah, Tasha, my bad. I'll look at the Anthony Davis rebounds as well in a moment. I was moving really fast. You said Keegan Murray, 6.5 rebounds. What do you think? With Sabonis out of the lineup, he's one of the only, he's not a big, but he's one of the only larger bodies that they do have. It's tough. As I told you before, personally, I'm not really a rebounds better. I like to bet on points, assists. In the past, I've had success with threes as well. I'm just being completely honest, but I will take a look. No problem, Fauci. Trevor said he's eating leftover Thanksgiving food. Seems to be a popular meal today. Why not? Can't let it go to waste. So Jalen Brunson has 3 assists. Five assists for Cade. We need more, Cade. LaMelo still at 5 as well. Unfortunately, 5 minutes into the quarter. The Sixers up by 19. It's a big stretch here for a lot of these games. A big stretch here. Tobias Harris ties the game. LaMelo needs to watch out, man. He's only 5 of 14 from the field. He needs to watch out. He's gone cold here. He's gone cold here, guys. LaMelo Ball doesn't have a single point to start the third quarter or assists. Unacceptable. He's going to get banned if he doesn't catch these bets. No joke. The Magic take the lead on a Franz Wagner shot right there. A little layup right there. Man, LaMelo is shooting poorly. He's just forcing threes left and right. The Hornets are up by 4, though. If LaMelo Ball keeps stinking it up, man, I'm going to see how it goes in the next minute or two. Might need to take the Bulls here because he is playing really bad in the third quarter. This does not look like the LaMelo Ball that we saw in the first half. Nothing like it. It's a back and forth game. It's a back and forth game in Detroit. It's a crazy game, though. Desmond Bane just had a crazy block. Don't get banned, LaMelo. What game are you guys watching? We have a couple of 3 one-possession games. The Bulls game, the Bucks game, the Pistons game. Tasha said rigged. It's crazy. No joke. What I just saw LaMelo do was crazy. Maybe he's just not a winner. Bulls take the lead. Unbelievable. LaMelo's on the bench right now. He had 13 points and 5 assists at halftime. He doesn't have a single assist or point in the third quarter. He's getting banned today. I won't bet on him for the rest of the season if he doesn't cash at least one of those 2 props. Still some time. At the end of the day, the Bulls' defense is really bad. This is a pretty high-scoring game, but LaMelo deserved to get benched right there. Got to take it in stride with the highs and the lows, guys. Hopefully the Pistons and the Knicks can come through. Sweaty games there, though. Hawks up by 8. Tristan Da Silva just scored a basket. 4 points for Da Silva. Easy layup. Quick little 5-0 run for the Knicks right there. They have no answer for Brandon Miller, though. Brandon Miller is going crazy. Cade Cunningham just recorded his 6th assist. So we have some good news. Some good news in this third quarter. 6 assists for Cade, guys. He just assisted. Wow, this is Jalen Duren's out here. Just blocked the layup. Nice transition offense right there. Desmond Bane's up to 27 points. He's on a really impressive run right now. Desmond Bane's trying to drop 35 tonight in Detroit. Donovan Mitchell headed to the locker room in the Cavs game. Donovan Mitchell headed to the locker room. Yes, sir. Hopefully the Knicks can create some separation here against. Yeah, that was a really nice pass from Cade. Technical foul on Wendell Carter. Hopefully LaMelo Ball can get back in there and offset what he did early in the third quarter, man. Because that's actually just shocking. 13 points, 5 assists at halftime. Still some time here, but now we're pushing the limits here. At least it's a close game. Just a decent tempo to this one. Who knows? Maybe overtime. That's wishful thinking, but if anyone's watching the Cavs game, let me know what happened to Donovan Mitchell. I think I can pull it up too, though. Donovan Mitchell went to the back and it looked like a Cavs staffer went with him, is what it says. Still no update on exactly what happened. But Mitchell is in the back, guys, if that's important to you. He's returned to the game. You never know, man. Maybe he's human. Maybe he had to use the bathroom. You never know. And we got LaMelo back in the game. They're reviewing a potential technical foul. I don't know why it says technical, but they're reviewing maybe who the ball went out of bounds on. There's a challenge on the out of bounds play in the Pistons game between Jalen Duren and Wendell Carter Jr. It looks like the ball went off Wendell Carter. Looks like it went off Wendell Carter there. Let's see what they do, though. If the Hornets win this game without LaMelo, trade him. Straight up. Nice and one for Colin Sexton. Unfortunately, it doesn't really mean much because LaMelo's on the bench. So I'll put the scoreboard there. I'll put the score there back on the Hornets game when LaMelo comes back into the game. Pacers up by 20. Tight game in Detroit. We need Detroit to win. Just win the game. Free throws coming for Giannis. Mitchell's back. So Detroit lost the challenge. Detroit lost the challenge. It's magic ball. But Cade still got to shoot one technical free throw, which was before the challenge. So a lot going on there. Giannis makes the first free throw. Kobe White's going crazy since halftime. Cade Cunningham's on triple-double watch. It's possible. He has 6 assists, 9 rebounds, 26 points. Giannis goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson, nice mid-range jumper right there. Franz Wagner, man's a beast. A beast. Tristan Da Silva just took the lead for the Magic. 6 points for Tristan. A ferocious dunk in fast break, in transition. It's a tight game in Detroit, no joke. It's these are some close games, a couple of them. Another turnover for Cade, 5 turnovers. Oh man. He just threw it out of bounds. No, he didn't. He got knocked out of bounds. They lost their challenge, so they can't even challenge it. So many free throws in that Knicks game. And the Magic go up by 3. What just happened in the Knicks game? I need to turn the Knicks game on. I need to turn the Knicks game on. Because LaMelo is trying to get banned today. Magic up by 5, guys. It's a bad sign right there. Still plenty of time, but the last 3 minutes, the Pistons' offense has ground to a halt, unfortunately. Cade, though. Cade's keeping them in it. His teammates aren't doing anything offensively. Nice little fade right there from Cade. Cade's at up to 28 points right now. Free throws coming for Tristan da Silva. Da Silva makes the first free throw. Jalen Brunson pushes the Knicks lead to 6 points. Brunson's had a big third quarter. And the Bucks are turning the ball over a lot. The free throws have kept the Bucks in this game. Tristan da Silva made both free throws to put the Magic back up by 5 points. He's up to 8 points. We need him to drop 4 more. We are about 15 minutes away from tip-off for 3 games, guys. 3 games. Let me go through my board, see if there are any last-minute plays to add here. There might be. Tristan da Silva gets subbed out of the game. Still 6 assists for Cade. We're asking for a lot now. LaMelo Ball is back in the game. He just got his 7th assist. So we have some good news. We need one more assist from LaMelo. He has an entire quarter to do it. Hopefully he doesn't lose his spot in the rotation with how much he stunk it up in the third quarter. A much needed 3-point shot from Jaden Ivey that was assisted by Cade Cunningham. Jaden Ivey with instant impact. Off of the bench. The Hornets go back up by 4. 25 points tonight for Brandon Miller. So, we're not all the way out of the game just yet, guys. Let's see how this fourth quarter finishes up while I look at my notes. And the Magic have gone cold for about 2 minutes here. Free throws coming for Gary Harris, though. For the Bucks. That was big for the Magic. Anthony Black. The Pistons had put together a couple of stops defensively here. They need stops. They need stops. Excuse me. Get Javonte Green out of the game in the Detroit game. Desmond Bane pushes the Magic lead back up to 6. Okay, we cashed a bet. LaMelo Ball just cashed with his assists. So LaMelo just cashed with his assists, guys. He has 8. That's a winner. LaMelo's up to 8 right now. Technical foul on Cade. Technical foul on Cade. Cade's angry. He just got teed up. Cade is, hopefully he doesn't get ejected, man. He's fired up, though. He's fired up. Yo, the crowd is into it now in Detroit, though. Maybe that fires them up. I don't know. Desmond Bane hits the technical free throw, and the Magic go up by 7. 7-point lead for the Hornets. They can't stop Jalen Brunson. Definitely not a guy named Ryan Rollins. Even though he's been balling. He's been balling. That wasn't even Rollins. That was Gary Harris. Jalen Duren with 4 blocks, guys. Let's see if that jump starts the Pistons. Is that another technical on Cade? No, that's old. It glitched for a second. The scores glitched for a second. The Pistons defense forces a Magic turnover. Shot clock violation. Hey, Michael Custodio, welcome in. Charlavani. It's not looking too good early, Charlavani. Let's see how it goes late. I just won a bet with LaMelo Ball over 7.5 assists. But he slowed down with his scoring. He had 13 at halftime. And he still has 13. He's up to 21 points and assists combined. Need him to go over 28. There are 9 minutes left, though, so anything can happen. But I'm pretty surprised that he had 13 points at halftime and still has 13. He's 5 for 16 again. And I'm going to ban LaMelo Ball from all of my over bets for the rest of the season if he doesn't shape up here. We're going to trade him to Sacramento. We're going to punish him and trade him to Sacramento. Oh, do I have the same score on both screens? Sorry about that. Cade goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 30 points for Cade. He is on triple-double watch tonight, guys. He has a decent shot to record a triple-double. Might add another play here for you guys. Just checking the odds in the Spurs-Nuggets game. That was a crazy shot by Karl-Anthony. Another player that's banned for the Bucks. And the Pistons are down by 5. Pistons are down by 5 at the end of the third quarter. They have a lot of work to do. This Magic team is scary. No other Pistons player has more than 13 points for the Pistons. Cade is doing everything. Although Jaden Ivey seems to be having his best game since returning from injury. .50 run for the Bucks. The Magic start the fourth quarter with an Anthony Black mid-range jumper that pushes their lead up to 7 points. Okay. The Magic are pulling off. They're up by 9, unfortunately. .70 run. The Bucks were just up by 9. I mean, the Knicks were just up by 6, and the Bucks just tied it. Now they're down by 2. AJ Green. Jalen Brunson came to play. What a shot. Jalen Brunson's putting the Knicks on his back, man. He has 4 assists, 31 points. He's putting the Knicks on his back right now. Crazy performance. Sports fan, welcome. So you have some rugby picks? Send them. Welcome back, bro. Hope you're doing all right. Paul Reed in the game, missing free throws. The Knicks have a lot of work to do if they want to compete and get this win. It's very unlikely right now with the way the Magic are playing. Got to chalk it up. It's not over yet, though. He made 1. Rugby sevens, the New Zealand women over 33.5 points. When is that? When does that start? Cade's teammates just can't get rolling offensively, man. Had such a promising start. So, free throws coming for Desmond Bane. If he makes both, the Magic will be up by 10. Unfortunately, I could be on the wrong side here. It happens. I do have a play for the Kings game about to start. Won't be a very popular pick, but I'm putting it up on the board now. It's a 1.5 unit. Still have a few other bets about to start. Chet Holmgren bets about to start. I'm rolling with Zach LaVine over 20.5 points, minus 108 to win a half unit in the Kings Jazz game. So we have 2 bets in that game. Isaiah Collier over 5.5 assists and Zach LaVine over 20.5 points. I wanted to take Luke Cornett over 8.5 points for the Spurs, but I'm not. Catch up on the chat. Sorry about that. Fashi said he's laughing at something, probably something I said earlier. Michael Custodio said, do you have any thoughts on the Lakers game? I like the Lakers minus 9.5 in the over. I think the Lakers might smash today. I'm not sure about the total though. The even though they have Anthony Davis back, it's been a struggle for the Mavs to score. Sports fan said rugby pick Australia women minus 23.5. Okay, and it starts in 5 hours. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you, sports fan. I'm riding with you. Let's go. Oh wait, hold on. The thing's too small. We're about to start in 3 minutes. Three games about to start in 3 minutes. They're probably really going to trade this guy, man, LaMelo. This is crazy. He cashed the larger bet, which was for, to go over his assists. But LaMelo is his. This is the final confirmation that I need. LaMelo is like, he's not in the. This is crazy. He's still on the bench. Still some time though. 5 minutes, but we're asking for a lot. The Bulls are down by 8. The Knicks are protecting a 4-point lead. Can they do it, guys? Can they pull off on these Bucks? Let's see what the Pistons do. Pistons are dipping a bit. Thanks for that again, sports fan. Tasha said 10 points is too much. That's why I bet. Oh, for the spread, you bet the Lakers second quarter minus 2.5. Thanks for that, Tasha. Writing that down too. Thank you. Best of luck. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I appreciate you. Watching the NBA Cup tonight. It's a big night of NBA Cup actions. It's really important for quite a few teams here. Sweating some bets. I'm Myguyknowsaguy. This is my sports betting predictions channel. Take a second now to subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everyone in the chat as well. Seven-point lead for the Knicks. It's the largest lead of the night so far. Back-to-back threes for Miles McBride to push the Knicks lead to 10. Taking any positive news we can get right now. We're tipping off in the OKC game, in the Denver Nuggets game. They're tipping off as we speak. They're doubling on Cade, and his teammates are not doing anything offensively. Let's go. 13-point lead for the Knicks. 3 straight threes. The bench just came through clutch. Two straight threes for Miles McBride, and then also Tyler Kolick. Riding with the Knicks tonight. Okay, Cade Cunningham just got his 8th assist, everyone. A 4-point play for Duncan Robinson. He got fouled as he made the 3. We need any positive news we can get right now. Shout out to you guys. LaMelo Ball's been banned. We have 5 minutes. We still have 5 minutes to determine that. He cashed the assist for us. I had twice as much on the assists. The points and assists combined is a smaller bet, but you won't see me bet on LaMelo Ball again this season. It's too much now. I was riding with my system. He's too unpredictable. The Bulls defense is terrible. If you can't, they're terrible. The Bulls defense, he has a distinct matchup edge. Hopefully he can just pop off with a couple of threes here. We do know he's a volatile player. He's a streaky player. Anything is possible. But 5 for 16 from 3. 5 for 16 from shooting after you went 4 for 13 the other night. I mean, what do you guys think? Should we send LaMelo Ball to the Kings? I'm not a Hornets fan, but okay. Quick 5-point stretch right there for the Pistons. A quick 5-point stretch for the Pistons. We need 1 assist out of Cade. They're chasing this one. I don't think he'll go back to the bench, and the Magic push it back to 7 points, so that was short-lived. Jalen Suggs with a silencer, and the Pistons fans sit back down. The Knicks just snapped. Like, look, he just missed a free throw. LaMelo, like, what are you doing, bro? You're missing free throws? I think the trade stuff might be in his head now. I think they're in his head, I think all this stuff is because of his own doing, though, It's his own doing. And Jalen Suggs, ruthless mentality. Pistons cut to 5. It's a 10-point lead again. Timeout Pistons. Jalen Suggs was relatively quiet offensively in this game compared, to some of his recent performances. And the Magic the Magic, it's not secured yet. Anything can happen. 6.5 minutes left to go in the NBA. But Jalen Suggs is in control right now. So we need the Knicks to hold on and win by more than 4, guys, to offset those live bets. Let me know what game you guys are watching in the chat. We have started with the Kings game as well. That was a nice shot from Suggs. Can't even hate. The Hawks are protecting a slim 3-point lead. They were up by as many as 10 or 11 points, I believe. Not watching that one, but if you are, hey, I hope you win your bets. LaMelo Ball makes his second free throw. This guy said, "You're banned." He just said it on the screen, too. Like, what? Fauci Banks said he's watching the Kings Jazz game. Okay. You're dedicated to the cause. 7-point lead for the Hornets. Running out of time for LaMelo. He's running out of time to reverse his ban. Jalen, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. He said the Bulls are disappointing him. It's unfortunate. I hope you win somehow, though. MGA said Doc Rivers is an idiot. Jalen Duren makes the first one. If he makes both, that'd be pretty clutch. 25 points for Kobe White after I dissed him earlier in the game. He snapped. I think he scored 20 points in the second half. LaMelo Ball just missed 10 straight missed shots for LaMelo Ball. Welcome to the ban list. There aren't many players on it, but LaMelo literally has missed 10 straight field goals after having 13 points at halftime. A very sad occurrence. Brandon Miller, though. Brandon Miller came to play. Get LaMelo out of here. The Pacers won by 33 points against the Wizards. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets were down by 20 points against the Sixers. They cut it to 9 with 4 minutes to go. Tie game in Atlanta. Shout out to Julian. He was in the chat. He's attending that game. He's in the crowd at the Hawks game. It's a 6-point game in Detroit. They have the defensive personnel to make this a game, but the Magic, they've just been such a resilient team. This is a very interesting game I'm watching. A huge 3 for Duncan Robinson. He has come alive in the fourth quarter. A 7-0 run, and it was assisted by Cade Cunningham. Cade just cleared his assist line for us. We need any positive news we can get. Cade has 9 assists. Let's go, Cade. Let's go. Gave the crowd something to cheer about. A 7-0 run for the Pistons. I'm watching the game live, guys. Franz Wagner misses a 3-point attempt from the logo. It was actually Desmond Bane. No, it was Franz. Tripping. That was a deep shot. Sorry about that error, guys. Yeah, they got their own offensive rebound, and Desmond Bane missed the shot. Rebound secured by the Pistons. Cade in transition. Cade stop and pop transition 3. It's a 10-0 run for the Pistons. Gave the people in Detroit something to cheer about. What a run. 10-0 run. Powered by some defensive stops, Cade Cunningham 3, and a couple of clutch Duncan Robinson 3s, including a 4-point play. It's a tie game in Detroit. These are two resilient teams that want the win here. It's a 7-point game in Charlotte. Unfortunately, LaMelo is getting banned. I don't care that he cashed the assist for us. Maybe we'll target his assists. Just the assist for LaMelo. But anything scoring, we might have to take the unders. No joke. This is Brandon Miller and Con Knippel's team now. And Miles Bridges and Colin Sexton. This is their team now. Shout out to you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Watching a great Pistons game here. Watching the Knicks game as well. The Pistons game is really exciting right now. They're saying the Hawks game is exciting too, but I'm not watching it. Fauci said LaMelo's going to Houston. Whoa, that's huge. Shout out to you guys, Tasha, Fauci Banks, MGA, tie game in Orlando, yes sir. Jalen said he had the Bulls money line. They're down by 7 here. It's not completely over, but let's see if we can win that back in another game. Jalen, welcome to the chat. MGA said Houston would be cool. They definitely have the assets, but do you guys think he fits with Ime Udoka? It's kind of tough here because we needed Tristan da Silva as well. Tristan da Silva's stinking it up. He has 8 points though. He's not, But unfortunately, we just need the Pistons bet to offset the Tristan da Silva bet. But anything, I don't know if Ime Udoka would want to coach LaMelo. But hey, you know, you need scoring in the playoffs as well. We know that the Rockets defense is built for the playoffs, but we've seen stretches in certain games where they do struggle to score, but their defense is so amazing. How about Reed Shepherd emerging from nowhere? They do need a ball handler. That would address a lot of their concerns, but we're talking about a serious salary cap addition. We're talking about a serious salary cap addition in LaMelo Ball if he were to go to Houston. Might need to look at some other places for him to go, like Milwaukee. What if LaMelo Ball goes to the Bucks? How do you guys feel about that? The Hornets aren't going to let him go, though. I mean, he's a highly marketable player with a very young fan base. I just don't see it, even though the rumors are there. Will said, yeah, De Silva got benched, I guess. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. How do you guys feel about LaMelo getting traded to the Bucks, though? Montas Buzelis misses a 3. Waiting for the timeout to come back in Detroit. Franz Wagner takes the lead there. So the positive energy was short-lived. Franz with a silencer. He's becoming one of my favorite players as well. Franz Wagner. It's an and one for Franz. Free throw attempt on the way. So off the timeout. One-on-one. Spin move off of Tobias Harris. It's cash for Franz. Solid player. And the Bucks have cut the lead down to 8. LaMelo missed another shot from the field. So Josh Giddey scores there. It's 25 points for Josh Giddey. It's a 5-point game in Charlotte with 23 seconds to go. The clock is definitely not in the Bulls' favor here. LaMelo Ball finally scores. He has 16 points. Unfortunately, that's his first field goal of the second half after having 13 in the second at halftime. So I've learned all I need to learn tonight. Foul on Franz. Whoa, is that 3 free throws? No, it's not. That's a bad foul call, but we're on the Pistons side, so we need it. They just put Cade at the free throw line for 2 shots. Need that. Cade's going for 40 right now. Shout out to Cade, man. Shout out to Cade. Half shout out to LaMelo for cashing the assists. Fauci said maybe Memphis for Ja and the Bucks. Yeah, if Memphis moves on from John Morant, I can see them sending him to the Eastern Conference. They might send him to the Wizards for all we know. Punish him. Cade Cunningham's going for a 40-point triple-double. Hopefully it's not in a loss here. Looks like the Sixers, after a bit of a comeback from the Nets, are going to ice their game. A relatively pedestrian scoring performance for Tyrese Maxey, but hey, they got the win. The Sixers are trying to climb out of the basement in the East. Shout out to them. Jalen Duren. Come on! Jalen Duren. The 10th assist. That's a triple-double, a monster triple-double for Cade. Alley-oop dunk for Jalen Duren. And Jalen Suggs has played much better in the second half once again. He silences the crowd with a mid-range jumper to take the lead. This is a back-and-forth game. This is like there's a playoff atmosphere here. There's a playoff atmosphere here in Cade. To the basket. Get off me, Suggs. And one. Cade Cunningham. And one on Goga Bitadze. Unfortunately, as I'm sweating this game, the Bucks just cut the 11-point Knicks lead down to 4. They were just up by 11. They're up by 4 now. The Knicks offense has ground to a halt as soon as the starters come back into the game. Very unfortunate there. I took my eye off the game for 1 second. The Pistons game is where the action is at, but I'm going to go ahead and unmute this Knicks game. I don't sugarcoat anything. No one's perfect, guys. I do have a decent long-term track record sports betting. Anything can happen. We had a great day betting in the NBA in my prior 2 streams on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tonight, we are playing from behind here just a bit, but it could be much worse. It could be much worse. I'm not here to sell you any dream, so I just want you guys to know that. Don't ever bet more than you can afford to lose, but one thing you can expect from me is my best effort every single day, and I do believe that we will continue to win long-term this season. So that's my message to you guys, and that's it. Fauci, yeah, it's going crazy. Desmond Bane takes the lead back. Takes the lead for the Magic here. Magic up by 1. Hit that like button for me if you're watching the stream. I appreciate you. It's an and 1 for Desmond Bane. The entire crowd was standing up. They all have the... Desmond Bane came to play. Cade came to play. And 1, coast to coast. Signature Bane, coast to coast. It's like a playoff game. Some good NBA Cup games tonight. And he hits the free throw. The Magic are up by 2. Someone other than Cade and Duncan Robinson are going to have to show up here for the Pistons. Tobias Harris hasn't been making any shots. Ozzer Thompson is just out there because he's getting burnt by Desmond Bane in this game, if you're watching it. They're asking for a lot of Cade here. Tiago Chapman, how's it going? Welcome in, brother. Cade missed an open floater opportunity, and the Magic go back up by 4 off of Franz Wagner layup. This game is crazy. What a move from Franz, no joke. That was an all-star move. That was an all-star move from Franz, no joke. Ooh, behind the back. Cade to Tobias Harris. A wide open 3 for Tobias. I just spoke about him. He came to play. It's a 1-point game. But they need stops. The Magic are a scary team. They're a well-coached team, guys. They're a well-coached team. The Magic are eating some shot clock here. Jalen Suggs at the top of the key. He flips it to Franz Wagner, who's one-on-one with Tobias Harris. Anthony Black. They double Franz. Jalen Suggs has to throw up a 3 at the end of the shot clock. He misses it. Cade grabs the rebound. Cade goes coast to coast. It's out of bounds. Whoo, I thought he got fouled. Desmond Bane poked the ball out of Cade's hands, and I thought he got fouled, but it's Pistons ball. Timeout. Timeout Magic. There's a review here, though. There's a review here. The Magic are challenging to see if that ball went off of Cade. They have a challenge in their back pocket, and they're using it because you can't take it home with you. A few more likes, everyone. If you guys can, help the stream get to 50 likes. We're about 5 likes away. I really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. NBA Cup action. We're sweating some bets. I will be back on tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow. No NBA Cup tomorrow, but I will be back on. Normal games. 8 games tomorrow. First game tips off at 5 o'clock. Celtics versus Timberwolves. The rest of the games are all at normal times. So you guys can look for another stream. Look out for another stream on my channel, or you can subscribe and turn notifications on now so you don't miss out. Also, look out for my pregame video. Credit to the Bucks defense; they clamped down, but the Knicks were just up by 11 points. They've only scored 2 points in the last 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, I believe. The Hawks are going to get a big win in Atlanta. Tiago Chapman said buy low on Atlanta to win the East. I was thinking about that the other day. I was also thinking about the Miami Heat. Can the Miami Heat go on a run like the Pacers last year? They definitely have the roster to do it in terms of depth. Do you guys think the Miami Heat have a long shot chance to go to the finals this year like the Pacers did last year? Tyler Hero's back, Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell. They have a solid young core of players that are getting better. Pelly Larson, Khalil Ware. Simone Fontecchio, Nikola Jovic. This is a very deep team in Miami, a very unselfish team as well. I want to see how they play long term with Tyler Hero in the mix. They are missing. They haven't. They failed to cover the spread in both games that Hero has played in. They've also been scoring less frequently since Tyler Hero returned. But they won both games, and winning is all that matters to those teams. We care about covering, they care about winning. But yeah, maybe Hawks, maybe Heat. Don't be surprised if the Heat go on a run this season, though. Once they figure things together with in terms of the balance with their shots. Turnover Pistons. That's not what we needed. Man, the refs are keeping the Bucks in this one. The refs are keeping the Bucks in this one. Turnover. That's been a problem for the Pistons over their last two games. That's been a problem for these guys. Has been turnovers. Keep an eye on the turnover rate. Cade, high usage. His turnovers have ticked up over the last couple of games as he basically has to put a cape on every day. He has to perform every day. So. Oh my gosh, the Magic just missed two shots, but they got two consecutive offensive rebounds. It's Magic Ball with 25 seconds left. The Pistons couldn't get a rebound. Jalen Duren. Cade is doing everything. He just blocked Wendell Carter Jr. Cade just blocked Wendell Carter. Tiago Chapman said no bench experience and they're 2 years away. The Heat, okay. Unfortunately, it's still Magic Ball. They don't have to foul here. They don't have to foul because there's only 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, guys. 2.2 seconds left on the shot clock. The Magic are about to inbound the ball. They have to shoot off the inbound pass. Let's see what they're able to do. They weren't able to get the ball in bounds. One second left on the shot clock after Javonte Green deflected it out of bounds. These guys, the Magic got 3 straight offensive rebounds. Jalen Duren, really all of them. It's not just Duren's fault. 3 consecutive offensive rebounds after the Pistons got some stops. And the Pistons have to foul. They just fouled Jalen Suggs. 3 consecutive offensive rebounds. That may be how we lose. Pretty exciting, though. The Pistons have 2 timeouts. That was a crazy sequence. Isaiah Stewart checks into the game. He made both free throws. Jalen Suggs. He was pretty cold at halftime. He had a big second half, in my opinion. So this is the situation. Because they couldn't grab an offensive rebound when they were only down by 1, 3 offensive rebounds in 1 possession. The Pistons have to hit a 3 here. And the Knicks haven't scored for like 5 minutes. Zach LaVine with 5 points in the first quarter. Just went to the bench. Chet Holmgren with 6 points. Chet's off to a decent start. 6 points in the first quarter, guys. So some positive news in the late games, the late picks. Here comes the Pistons' possible shot attempt here. Hopefully the Magic don't foul. Yeah, I knew it. It's a strategy that I absolutely despise. Luckily, the Pistons still have one timeout. I hate that when a team is up by 3 and the other team is in the bonus, I hate that certain teams foul on purpose to force the other team to have to shoot 2 free throws. It's a strategy. In terms of strategy, I definitely understand it. But it's a strategy that I think is bad for basketball. That rule is bad. That loophole is bad for basketball. It's bad for the games. We're watching a really exciting game, and it comes down to that. And Cade, but at the end of the day, you have to make your free throws. Cade misses his first free throw after an amazing performance here. So that could be the difference in the game here if the Magic make both of their free throws. So Cade just went 0 for 2 from 3. This game is over. We cashed our bet with Cade. They got the offensive rebound. Cade missed on purpose. And that's how the game ends, guys. A wild game in Detroit. Shout out to anyone that took the Magic. I was on the wrong side there with my live bet. Cade cashes his bet on his over. We lose to Tristan da Silva and the Pistons on the money line. That was a pretty exciting game. I was on the wrong side. Moving on to another game. To the OKC game. I'm gonna turn that game on. The Magic are for real. And what else is on right now? Nuggets, Spurs. Spurs are up big. Not big, but they're up by 8 points. Because the Magic won that game, they're going to host their game in the NBA Cup knockout stage. So they're going to get to play their first knockout game at home. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting for Magic fans. Jalen Brunson was just fouled on a 3-point attempt, and he made all 3 free throws. The Knicks haven't scored any field goals for over 5 minutes. Kyle Kuzma with a huge 3 there to cut it to 2. Kyle Kuzma snapped in the fourth quarter. And the Bucks are going to try and steal this one. I can just feel it. Whoa, Miles McBride with a big 3. He has 3 threes in the fourth quarter. Giannis with an easy layup. Okay, Jalen Williams just scored his first points of the season in his season debut for OKC. Rebounding was key in that Magic game. They got slaughtered on the boards when it mattered. Free throws coming for Karl-Anthony Towns. Foul on Miles Turner. Have a great night, Tasha. Yeah, it was one of those performances. I definitely agree with your sentiment there. Have a great night, and thanks for rocking with the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Best of luck going forward. MGA said he's sweating Giannis to score 4 more points. He just got 1. He just got 2 for you. He just got 2 for you. Fauci said W. Okay. Case and Wallace. Watching the Knicks game. I'll move on after this. It's a pretty interesting game. Giannis just ripped an offensive rebound out of Josh Hart's hands. Crazy. Maximum effort from Giannis right there. Chet Holmgren, 8 points. Some positive news. Chet's off to a decent start for us. Beat Bookie, yes it is. But the desktop version you have to pay for, unfortunately. But yeah. Huge defensive play right there from Josh Hart. Free throws for Jalen Brunson. It's going to come down to the wire here. It's one of those games. Chet's getting up shots today. 7 shot attempts for Chet. The Clippers game started, everyone. Kawhi Leonard hit a 3 already in the first minute of the game. Kawhi Leonard 3 points early. Lakers game is about to tip off. We're in, you know, we're deep into the slate now. We're deep into the slate now. Huge offensive rebound right there for the Knicks. Josh Hart. That was crazy. 14 rebounds for Josh Hart. He turns it over. Ryan Rollins. AJ Green, a logo 3. He bricks it. He hits the side of the backboard. It's Knicks ball. I think Brunson just got away with the travel. No joke. But it's still Knicks ball. Foul on Giannis. Josh Hart's going to the line with 20 seconds left. The Knicks dodged one there because it looked like Brunson traveled and they didn't call it. Josh Hart makes the first free throw. So we might go 1-1 with our live bets. Could be a lot worse. It looked like the Knicks were about to choke. I think we're on the right side with the Knicks. Knicks up by 9. Barring a calamity, they should cash. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, take a second now to subscribe. I really appreciate that. Tons of content on the way. Picks, predictions, analysis. We'll keep it going. Look out for my NFL picks video for this Sunday's games. That's dropping tomorrow. Anani64 said, look at the Suns. I see you. Hey, HFRY. He said, how are your bets going tonight, bro? Honestly, it was looking like it was going to be a terrible start. But, right now it's salvageable. We still have a chance to end up on top tonight. These late games are going to be very important. Shout out to you guys. Beat Bookie Bulldog. Shout out to you. Godlike player. The Clippers. Let's go. Shout out to you guys, MGA. Thanks for rocking with me in the chat tonight. It looks like the Knicks are about to pull off here. 11 points. They're up by 11. Giannis with a dunk to score 30. A dunk with 2 seconds left, and it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. Yeah, it's over. How about Chet Holmgren? Chet Holmgren with 14 points. What did I say? It might happen early. You guys were here at the beginning of the stream. It might happen early. Chet is a dramatically better player when Jalen Williams is in the lineup. The stats do not lie here. Sometimes stats lie because they can be interpreted in different ways, but in this instance, they do not lie. It's consistent. And the New York Knicks covered for us, -4.5 at halftime. That was a big performance, man. Big performance there. Shout out to the Knicks for offsetting some of the damage that the Pistons did with that money line bet. Unfortunately, the money line bet for the Pistons was juice, but Chet came to play. Chet came to play. How you guys feeling right now? I'm going to put the link to my free Discord server in the chat right now. So if you guys want to join my Discord, go ahead and follow that. You guys can follow me on social media at Myguyknowsaguy. That boy Will said he needs Collier to step it up. Yeah, he's goose egging right now. No joke. Unfortunately. Yeah, even if we can somehow claw back to 50-50, we're giving our bankroll a chance to move on to tomorrow. We're giving our bankroll a chance to move on to tomorrow. Trying to mitigate the losses here. Let's run it again, Will, tomorrow. Let's run it back again. Yep, we're trying to live to bet another day with for our bankrolls, not literally. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the link to my free Discord chat in the comments. So you guys come through and join the conversation. Let's share info. We can talk there when the games are not on. Looking for a good group of people to get the conversation rolling. So you guys come through. It's also a great place to get some of my picks when I'm not streaming, to keep up with what I have going on, and also to get my streaming schedule just in case things change. Yeah, I'm about to turn the Clippers game on. I said Kawhi is going for 30 tonight. That's what I said. If you guys were here at the beginning, you remember. Kawhi and Chet are going for it today. You guys see the thumbnail, right? You guys see what's on the thumbnail of the stream, right? Okay, so I put the link to my free Discord chat in the comments. You guys can join there. I'll put it over there for you as well, Fauci. I'll put it in the other chat. I appreciate you, Anani64. Godlike player said Kawhi scoring a lot. How many points does he have? I'm about to turn that game on. Let me get the Knicks game off the screen. Shout out to the Knicks handling business. And yeah, Kawhi's up to 10 points. What did I say at the beginning of the stream? You're going to see this game start, and we are going to see selfish Kawhi. I know this guy. Not in real life, but I've bet on him a lot over the years. Unfortunately, Kawhi has to get selfish sometimes for him to get his. And tonight is the night. He scored the last 7 points for the Clippers. You guys see the thumbnail. Whatever team John Collins gets traded to is cursed the next season. Sorry to all the John Collins fans out there. The few John Collins fans. But the guy's out here cursing teams. Hugo! Man, I've had mixed results early on, Hugo. I'm in the trenches. I'm fighting right now. But shout out to you. You went 5-1 today. Shout out to you in the chat. And thanks for bringing that positive energy, brother. Thanks for bringing it. Have a great day, man. Have a great night. The Lakers game's on. Guys. We're on Jake LaRavia watch. Jake LaRavia, over 5.5 points. It went up to 6.5 about an hour before the game. I just saw it about an hour ago. The first game for Anthony Davis in Crypto.com arena since he was traded by the Lakers. Max Christie puts the Mavs up by 4 early on. Ryan Nembhard getting some early burn. He started today. Ryan Nembhard. The Nembhard brothers are out here. They're out here. Quick check on Zach LaVine. Hopefully he's not stinking it up. 9 points for Zach LaVine. Okay. It's respectable. Cash some tickets for us, Zach, before you get traded. Cash some tickets for us. Yeah, so you guys can join my free Discord there. Follow me on social media if you guys want. Myguyknowsaguy. Send me a message whenever you guys want. I'll try my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. Chet really scored 14 points in the first half for us. He did that, man. Clippers look decent early. It's a sluggish game though. The game's going under. Clippers Grizzlies game's going under. I'm calling it now. 2 assists for Ryan Nembhard, and Anthony Davis just scored his first bucket, a big alley-oop dunk. Watch out for Ryan Nembhard, man. We're going to be waiting for some Ryan Nembhard props, if they didn't list them tonight. Alley-oop dunk for Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. Uh-oh, it's a duel. Ayton and AD. DeAndre Ayton and AD. It's a duel. Might be some bad blood here after DeAndre Ayton's comments earlier today. Watching the Lakers game, watching the Clippers game. We got 1 assist for Isaiah Collier. Not what I wanted, but I mean, he's actually at the free throw line right now. Katak Fitness, how's it going, brother? Yeah, Hugo, I am. I am still on there. Yep. I'll message you about that, Hugo. Katak Fitness, my brother, welcome back. Hope you had a great evening, bro. I know you've just been chilling. You know, I know you probably had a long day too. Kawhi, he said, Kawhi is still my favorite player. The Raptors run is one of the best. If Zaza didn't do him, he would be top 3 when healthy. He'd do him dirty. Yeah, man. It's a fateful day. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals in 2018. Warriors, Spurs. I remember it like the back of my hand. Spurs up by 25 points. Zaza breaks Kawhi's ankle, essentially. Just shatters it. Doesn't let him land on the 3. Creates a new rule in the NBA. Destroyed the TV ratings for the Western Conference Finals that year. The league was sick. It was possibly going to be a 7-game series because if you remember that year, man, with Kevin Durant, the Spurs were the only team that could see the Warriors, man. They had a chance to beat them. They went up by 25 points in game 1. Kawhi was an MVP candidate. He goes down just before halftime. They're up by 25 points. Second half, Steph Curry goes crazy. The Warriors come back and win the game. And the series is over in 5 games. And Kawhi was just never the same. Actually, he was the same the very next year when he got traded to the Raptors. I take it back. You're definitely right about that, Katak. Yeah, I'll send you a DM. Hugo, as soon as I'm done. Might get off soon. Yes, sir. Bobcats. Hey, welcome in, Bobcats. I appreciate you as well. 100% keeping it real. Keeping it real. Bobcats, do you follow the channel? He said, how about that start from Kawhi? Monster. Needs to keep it together, though. I mean, needs to keep it going, though. Needs to keep it going. We're halfway there. Thanks a lot, bro. Anani said, how about the Kings live? I'm taking a look at that one. I'm watching that Nuggets game now. I have it here on low volume. And let's see if we can swoop in here on one of those two games. My live bets went 1-1 today. Let's see if we can swoop in here. Big 3 for James Harden right there. And the Clippers go up by 9. Clippers are probably going to... I have the Clippers winning this game, so... see how that goes. Kawhi and Harden seem to be active. On both ends of the court, actually. Yep. James Harden forces a turnover. To a Kobe Brown 3. And the Clippers go up by 12. Desmond Bane, 37 points. Zach LaVine has 14 points. Thanks for the update, John Bennett. Thanks for the update. We need 7 more out of Zach. He came to play today. He has a good track record against the Jazz. Against this particular coach with the Jazz, he has a good track record. Free throws coming for Nicholas Batum. Hopefully Kawhi can get back in there. The Nuggets just went on a crazy run. No joke, they did. A very sluggish game. It's tough to watch these Mavericks games. It's tough to watch these Mavericks games. Being honest. Close game. We've reached the half in the OKC Suns game. So the Suns cover the first half line. Okay, the three games that started at an hour ago or at halftime. Let me scan the board for some live bets here before I get off, guys. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to you guys. Might have a couple of live bets here before I sign off. Yes, sir. He goes down. The rest is history. Hugo said he took the Nuggets money line live. Money line at minus 125 when they were down. Okay. You got the amazing price. They're up by 15. You're cashing. Good job, Hugo. Chris Paul hits a 3 for the Clippers. And the Clippers go up by 14 points. It's going to be one of those games. They need to make a statement today. There's a lot of negative sentiment around the Clippers tonight. They need to make a statement. A steal by the claw. Kawhi Leonard. And he goes, steals the ball, and gets it done himself. Kawhi. 12 points. This is the Kawhi we know. Don't write him off just yet. Yes, sir, including you, Hugo. Tons of sharp minds in the chat. Shout out to all of you who are here. Anani, John Bennett, everybody. Beat Bookie, Bulldog. Everyone that's been in here, man. So many names to name. That boy Will, Angry Claw, Katak Fitness, my bro. Let's go. Thanks for that, Hugo. Anani64 said, I remember that the Phoenix Suns were one of your teams to bet a few years ago, but they are one to look for this season, including tonight. Yeah, you remember, bro. The year they went to the finals, I called it. I think I called it before everyone that year. No joke. That the Suns were going to the finals when they had Chris Paul and Devin Booker. And I made quite a bit of money betting the Suns that year. It's really crazy you brought that up. I was a Suns fan for one season. Was on them near the beginning of the season when they were plus 5,000. So, to win the finals. They lost the finals, but it was a good ride, man. In many ways. Yeah, that was a good Suns team, man. Monty Williams coaching them. Ayton was playing defense. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cam Payne. Obviously, Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Who else am I missing? Royce O'Neal. It was an expertly constructed team. Their front office went to trash since then. Had them hooping. That defense was scary that year. No joke. They would go on runs. OKC's been doing it for a longer period than that Suns team did. But that Suns team was like a mini OKC with the way their defense would just erupt all of a sudden and they would just blow teams away. It was crazy. They were covering every night. Yeah, and I was making a lot of money by betting on Cam Johnson's threes that season. Yes, sir. You guys have a great memory. Shout out to you guys. You guys are day ones, no joke. I appreciate you guys. You guys are day ones. You guys are real supporters. I support you guys, man. Kawhi Leonard with a nice fadeaway signature Kawhi mid-range jumper. 14 points for Kawhi. We got angry Kawhi today. Angry Claw. Okay, guys, I don't think I'm going to force any more bets. I'm going to go ahead and get off the stream. I've been eating dinner at a normal time this week, but today I actually didn't eat dinner. It's crazy. I've been on here sweating bets. I'm going to eat a late meal now, and I promise you I'm about to get full. It's about to get crazy. So, and then I'm going to enjoy my evening. I'm going to get onto some research for tomorrow. I'll put the stream link up for you guys tonight. I'll decide what time I'm going to stream, but you guys definitely check out my channel for the updated stream info. You guys can set a reminder for that as well. I would love to see you guys. I know you guys have lives as well, but I would love to see you guys in the chat tomorrow. I'll run it again for a stream on Sunday for the NFL games. Now, I do have a plan. If I get enough rest on Sunday morning, I do plan on having a stream for the NFL, and then I'm going to get off, and then I'm going to come back on at night for the NBA games. That's my plan on Sunday, but that's if I have enough sleep on Saturday night. You know, I hope you got Kawhi Leonard is at the free throw. Kawhi's at the free throw line right now. He's doing it for us. You guys have a great night. I'm rooting for you to win all of your bets. I'll come on here tomorrow and recap what happened. Hopefully we can scratch to a profit for the evening, or maybe at least get back to 50-50. We're not far off from that right now, actually, for today's bets. But tomorrow, I'm on it. I'm on it tomorrow. I'll have plays. Might live bet some college football as well. There are 2 games I'm eyeing for tomorrow in the evening. I'll let you guys know when I come on. Sports fan, yep. I'm going to slap those rugby bets. Wake and cash for me. Right now, it's 10:47 p.m. Eastern, where I am, sports fan. I know you're in Australia. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Hugo, Anani, that boy Will. You guys have a great night. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Send me a message anytime. Join the Discord. We have a good group here. Let's get the Discord chat rolling. You know, let's talk some games. You guys can tag me. I'll jump in there. I know you guys are probably, you know, you guys have lives. You can't interact 24/7, but I hope you guys are having a great holiday week with your family. Hope your families are doing well, your friends. Shout out to you, Hugo, that boy Will, sports fan. I know there might be a couple people watching right now that aren't subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel for me and hit that like button. I'm three likes away from 50 likes. Very close. If you guys didn't hit the like button, do that for me now. I appreciate you. Bobcat, shout out to you. John Bennett, that boy Will, Anani, Hugo, sports fan. My brother Katak Fitness, Godlike Player. Fauci Banks, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Beat Bookie Bulldog, HFRY, MGA 23. Tasha, she signed off a while ago. Real one for sure. Tiaga Chapman. Thank you so much. Who else? Jalen 17. Yes, there are tons of people here earlier. Michael Custodio. It's Friday night. I understand, it's Friday night. Charlavani. Yes, sir. Trevor. Barry Good Money. Yeah, so just making sure I didn't really miss anyone. There's a chance I did. KH, 100%. KH. DJ, for sure. DJ, Juan Juarez. Juan, my brother. Anani, I think you changed your name. I'm pretty sure. And who else? Goat Jaden, my brother. And MBGO. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. He was asking, do the Clippers have a chance to make it to the NBA Cup? And yeah, so that's it for the chat for tonight, guys. The Cuban Oracle, for sure. Matt, like Woe Finance. Let's get it, guys. Tactical Hoops. Tattoo Spam. Julian Crone. He was at the Hawks game live, watching the Cavs. He was in attendance. Got to see a big Hawks win against all odds. You guys have a great evening. It's Myguyknowsaguy here on my sports betting predictions channel. Subscribe to the channel. All of that promo stuff. I will be back on for tomorrow. Make sure you guys check my channel, though, for a pregame video for tomorrow's NBA games. And Katak Fitness says, shout out to you, brother. Always amazing community and streams. Haven't missed a single one. The absolute realists. No joke. The absolute realists. You guys, just about time to eat. Relax for a little bit. Get on to these games for tomorrow. Shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the positive-minded people out there. You guys have a great night. Myguyknowsaguy, I'm signing off.